jerk.
It's not. All right, and welcome back here, guys, once again to another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 88. And I hope you guys had a great week so far. We are getting closer and closer to Christmas. As you guys know, I'm Santa this year. Yes, I race swap Santa. I can be a black Santa. You know, I'm going to go down people's houses through their chimneys and deliver gifts while I get some milk and cookies. Now, if there's single moms there, I might raise them up and we might end up banging each other. But
that's not what Santa does.
I'm in the season of giving. This is the most wonderful time of the year. And last Christmas, I ate my dad's ass, and the very next day he gave me away. But you never know, honestly. You know, it's this how the holiday season is going to go. I don't celebrate holidays. I actually don't really give a fuck about them at all, personally. But you know what? Every once in a while, I'll get into my Santa mood. Maybe I'll want to just get race swapped and be a white man. A white man that's jolly, and he just comes in people's houses and gives them gifts. So the first gift I'll be giving is my Riz to the world. All right.
And the world is worse for that. But, you know, good times. At least you're very generous with it. You give us plenty.
Yes. All I want for Christmas this year is to get my ass blown out by a woman on my birthday. You know, 2 days off from my birthday. I'm going to be 30. So I'm already... So this is something that I'm actually going to make this as a tweet. It's probably going to go viral when I do this. So I'm in this tweet and give you guys the preview caption. 30 years old, own place, rich, good-looking, successful. The Democratic Party hates this. Taking that Angela style of thing that she does and posing as a black man, guaranteed it's blowing off, right? So I like being successful. It's good. It's a thing that I worked very hard for. And all the ladies love it too. There's too much pussy on this freaking show. Oh my God. Except yours just lays there. His is just too active.
Isn't that one?
He looks so... Why does Theo's look so... He's like, please, I want to leave. God, lame man. Hey. So, hope you guys have been doing pretty good. Tiny's not on camera anymore. She left us. She's embarrassed of us, guys. Good God.
I mean, for reason.
All right. So we'll start with Gray. How you doing this week, man? Are you still mustard?
I'm doing fantabulous, other than like this weird sinus thing. But you know what? I'm over that. I'm gonna go past it. Other than that, everything's great, man. I'm just so excited to be here.
Did you
what
see
about
any...
you, MSK?
Did you see any
How
recent
are you,
movies?
Sir? Yeah, way too many. There's some
Did you
good
see
ones out
Wicked?
there, and then there's some really bad ones. Yes, I did see Wicked.
Did you like
It's
it?
my number 3 musical of the year.
Okay, that's a weird way of putting it. Okay.
Well,
awesome.
I mean, Joker Folie à Deux and you know, Smile 2 were just a little bit better in the musical category, but it's
Smile
coming in
2 a
close third.
musical? No way.
Yeah.
What kind of bad movie was a horror movie as a musical? That sounds like trash.
Dude, it's
honestly.
awesome. If you like
Holy
the
crap.
first one, it's like that to 11. It's great.
Okay.
I did not see either, so can't make a comment.
Oh, they're
I'll be
great
going to
musicals.
the theaters to see Sonic 3 and Kraven the Hunter. I'll be craving them nuts. Aaron Taylor Johnson has.
We know what
Good
you're
Lord.
craving.
I'm craving it, man. Hey, I've seen that guy in Kick-Ass, saw that guy in Godzilla, and I've seen that guy. What movie was he in? That was in Avengers, obviously. He's in a lot of movies. Holy shit! It's so weird that I forgot the story. That wife that he has.
When you marry a producer with a lot of pull who's 20 years older than you and give her 3 fucking kids, yeah,
Didn't he
you get a lot
marry
of
her?
roles.
Didn't he marry her when he was like 16 or 17 or some shit?
He was 17 or 18 and she was 30 something.
30. Yeah, you're right. 30 something. Man, if the
And
roles
I'm
were
sorry?
reversed. Good Lord.
She saw what she wanted and she took it.
If the roles were
That boy was-
reversed,
that boy
that
was-
guy is going to jail. Just saying that right now. Good God.
No,
It's-
he's never going
No,
to
I think
jail.
Leo's
He's
doing all
always
right.
going to have good roles forever.
He's-
She has
it-
so much fucking pull. She could have
Oh,
done
I imagine
anything
she
she
does.
wanted for his career.
she did the whole cougar thing of like, you know what? I want some young meat, and I'm gonna need it inside me multiple times. You know, kick ass.
Actually, okay, she didn't just use him; she did actually marry the son of a bitch.
Well, you have to use it. Whatever. I'm not going to go on the sex role yet, but I will say this: Aaron Taylor Johnson. I don't know if he has good strokes, man. I watched Kick Ass, and I watched him stroking that girl.
I'm sorry,
and
that man has studied so many different forms of martial arts. He knows how to use his body in multiple ways. I
was surprised, because he initially didn't know how to fuck women on like when I would watch him. Right, he was stroking bad, awful.
What are you talking about?
And Kick-Ass, remember when he has sex with that girl he wants to bang in the movie?
That has nothing to do with him. Once again, it has to do with the director. For fuck's sake.
What?
How do you always get this wrong?
Tiny, why are you getting so defensive about this man's stroke game?
Is not who they are. The director wants them to be.
Okay.
To be fair, though, if there is one thing that MSK is an expert on, it's pretending to have sex.
There you go. I'm just pointing out his sex game got a lot better as the years went by with different film directors.
Pause.
It was also really
He's
weird.
supposed to be a fucking nerd. He's supposed to be a virgin who has no idea what he's doing. That's the character.
No. I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying like that stereotype is like the same thing that happened in Joker 2, where like a nerd doesn't know how to stroke. Like, where does that come from? That's not how that works. Like, stroking is easy. You just throw
probably because they watch porn, which is just not real.
Hey, I'll have you know, those women are my wives. You fucking. Oh god, this is quality content. And
in your fantasy land, porn stars are your wives.
Hey, Amaranth is my wife. You watch your mouth, you filthy.
No, Amaranth has an actual husband.
Amaranth is a grimy whore.
Amaranth is actually grimy whore. Holy shit. You know, it's kind of funny because I know Theo would know this person, Bella Danger, you know, the really good porn star who does a lot of great work. She wants to not do porn anymore. It's like, lady, I hate to be that guy, you know.
So
but
I know you were kidding, and you're saying that, like, you know, you want them to be your wife, but technically, can you declare them as your dependents? I mean, like, most of your check goes towards them, right?
Write them off with it. Hey, to be fair, if you sub to OnlyFans women, which I never do because I'm a high value man, I would never do that. Could you use it as a tax write-off?
No.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. What good are they then? You know, back in the day, it was really hard to see women naked in porn. I was literally buying porn DVDs in like high school for like $5 off people. Like, that was our way of watching porn back in my day. You know, now women just show their buttholes off for $3.99. God damn.
Based.
Fucking hell. Based. Yeah, I pay. I don't buy it, but it's okay. It's weird because with Aaron Taylor Johnson, he was married to Elizabeth Olsen in Godzilla, and the next year they're playing brother and sister. That was kind of weird, I guess. But, you know, now
that happens with a lot of actors. That they go from playing related to consensual partners and shit all the time.
How's that guy? It's Quicksilver. When he died as Quicksilver. Oh, I did not see that coming. Oh, God, it's Quicksilver. Oh, it's so bad. Never bring that guy back. I don't care if this is multiverse. Don't ever do it again. His Quicksilver's terrible.
They're not actually Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They have nothing connecting them to those actual characters.
They were brother and sister,
powers, and only then barely. I grew up with X-Men. I grew up with fucking watching Quicksilver try to get his father's attention. With fucking Scarlet Witch trying to negate her father's negativity. All the shit with Polaris, all the shit like Kurosawa, all of it. And they just they've destroyed those storylines and taken little pieces of little bits, and it just pisses me off so much.
I don't blame Aaron Taylor Johnson for that. I know he's actually. I make fun of him. Like, he's actually a pretty decent actor. His performances are always very convincing.
He actually is a pretty good actor, which is really funny. Why he's going to be playing Craven, and most people are only going to be watching for the ads.
You're only going for the shirtless scenes, actually. And if I'm just saying, I will throw you out of the movie theater if you start doing anything to your body. I'm just gonna be like, yeet, just like Jazz from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You're not watching it with me, and B, I would never do that in public. That's just gross.
I was just making a joke, lady. Where are you implying? Where you going a little too crazy? I'm kidding. But the thing is,
so MSK, are you going for the abs, or
what else are we watching the movie for? It's plot.
I mean, skill.
this is one of those really horrible villains aren't really villains, and we're gonna take the entire Sinister Six and somehow make them.
I never trigger her. She's just mentally deranged. She's just mentally deranged and goes off at everything. Even though what I'm saying is I always speak factual. It's just what I do. I'm just that kind of person. I'm just a genius. I have a genius little intellect, 200 IQ. I mean, come on, look at me. Fucking genius over here. But no, it's all jokes aside, hypothetically, I don't think the movie's gonna be good at all. No one thinks these movies are gonna be good. Because let's be honest here, it's Sony Spider-Man villain movies. I will say this: if the movie does end up not being as bad as the other ones, that does kind of suck because now you have this one nugget in a sea of shit. But then again, it's like I've watched these. Like,
I didn't see the second and the third one, but I thought the first Venom movie wasn't that bad. I laughed my ass off for most of it. I mean, it wasn't truly Venom, but it was still funny.
Are you Eminem? Venom? Or what the heck? She's Eminem now, secretly, guys. Holy shit. I watched Venom 1 and 2 and Morbius, and I was like, you know what?
I refuse to go see Morbius because I'm sorry. Who makes a Morbius movie and doesn't put Black Cat in it?
Or Lizard. That could work as a good storyline right there.
No, Black Cat was his fucking girlfriend for like forever. There was so much shit between them. And then there was the whole shit, like there's Black Cat and Spider-Man and then Mary Jane and then Morbius and it was who should be with who. And it was going on for like forever when I was a kid. I remember this shit. You're gonna make a Morbius movie with the perfect excuse to finally bring in Felicia Harding, and you don't. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? It's like last year with DC. DC put out like 3-4 movies that were, well, I only watched like a few of them, but none of these were really like that good, honestly. And then in 2024, in a year that's nothing's happening, Sony put out 3 Sony Spider-Man villain movies. They put out Madam Web. They put out Venom 3. I gotta put out Kraven, and then now the director of the Kraven movie.
A villain?
I wouldn't say that.
I only remember old lady Madam Web.
Me too.
Who was just like she was like an oracle. I didn't see her as an
even just that. If this universe is supposed to be like a villain universe, Madam Web's not a villain. Madam Web's actually never been a villain, unless there's a story I don't know where she was a villain. Maybe.
Yeah, well, so supposedly there is a story, a more modern story of her where she's younger and she's antagonistic, not necessarily a villain, but still an antagonist.
Oh, the girl boss all over it.
It's so stupid. It's just.
That thing is everywhere,
all the modern Spider-Man, everything. Up until like just like last year or whenever they finally put him back with Mary Jane. But everything up until then was just like for the last 15, 20 years at least. It's just been crap.
Before we get back to this, Theo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really good, MSK. I'm happy to be here. I just warned you guys, I got in a big Twitter fight today, and they were taking screenshots of my right-wing podcast appearances, and they're going to try to use them to cancel me. If you guys get any back,
I'm sorry, I'm not sure that MSK counts as right wing.
Oh, they would count him as
crazy, yes, but right wing, right. I'm not sure.
They were accusing me of misogyny, and I was
this will definitely work against you.
I love being misogynistic. I don't care. Truths are truths, no matter what they are. I do not give a fuck. It's the way that happens in TV as well. It's like I'll use an example. It's like the Disney Plus MCU shows or the Star Wars ones where people say, oh, you can't see that. That's misogynistic. Doesn't matter if it is or not. Is it truthful? Is there some basis to it? Because people always do that. That's my biggest pet peeve.
They're constantly misusing the word misogynistic.
Yeah.
Misogynistic means you have hatred and or disgust for women.
Oh, I have hatred for you.
And especially for women in positions of power. But there's just as much misandry out there as just much misandry, which is the exact same, but it's hatred of men. And there's just as much shit out there for that's misandric that people don't call out.
Yeah, it's a thing where I think it's like one of those unspoken rules. Like, what's the other saying for it? There's another saying for it that I'm blanking on. But it's a way for someone to not actually dive into the conversation because they just try to get away from it by calling someone something. It's like it's happened with a new Disney Star Wars show called Skeleton Crew. I haven't seen it yet, but there was a person.
I've mostly
heard good things
about it, though. Actually,
no. There was an account. It had fucking hell. It's a guy with a Nightwing profile picture. He has pronouns in his bio. Good Lord. Nightwing is not that. I'm just telling you that right now. That's my boy. I love Dick. I fucking love Dick. But
We know.
But
Dick Grayson has repeatedly been voted the best ass in all of DC.
I have too. Thank you. So
No, you
you
have
stop
not.
being so fucking horny. Jesus Christ.
now what did I do?
We're
Like, Tiny's
15
buying-
minutes in, and you're
Tiny's-
just leaving
Tiny's
a
in here
snail
buying
trail.
Nightwing comics for like the plot. Like, come on. I am too. But back to what I was saying. So this person was like, hey, make sure you guys don't do certain things because then it reminds us of the situation with that one kid from the Phantom Menace. And it's like, so this is just, I hate criticism. The way it flows now, it makes no fucking sense. So nowadays, you can't criticize anything. You can't talk shit about something. You can't openly talk about most things because, like, what level of purgatory are we living in this world anymore? Where now, I remember, I don't know if you guys know this person, but Kaida, remember that black guy, right? That I have on the show a few times. He had on some of the people from the gaming industry, and I'm pretty sure, well, Tiny one knows, but I'm pretty sure you guys remember. There was this guy, or he was on Steam, and he had a list of games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on, and he said he wasn't going to be supporting the company because for any game they worked on. Now, the guy on the show was like, well, that guy was trying to bring out negative press to Sweet Baby Inc. based on information he didn't know. See, there's the problem right there. That guy on Kaida's show directly tried to cancel somebody for information he didn't know. As a consumer, I don't know what these companies mostly do. That's not my job, you know? But if I see a pattern of something emerging, am I not in my right as a customer to go, I'm not supporting that anymore? If anyone tells you not, you are. Because people factor in, without your money, companies have nothing. Literally, they have no job without you.
That's why capitalism works. That's when capitalism works. If you don't like what someone's doing, you don't give them money. And if enough people don't like what they're doing, they don't fucking get to do what they're doing because they have no money. That's how it's supposed to work.
I want people to also factor in. We'll use Craven for example, because that's a new movie coming out in a few weeks with Sonic 3. Nothing sexual about Aaron Taylor Johnson's nice, sexy, ripped abs and nice ass. Just another thing.
Pause.
He's got a nice face too. Let's not ignore that.
You're not looking at that either. You're looking at the same stuff I'm looking at. Okay, so good Lord, his bolt. I know that guy's got 9 inches. I wonder why that lady got 3 kids. That man, I'm pretty sure he can last about a good 20 minutes. I can last 20 minutes too. But okay, hypothetically speaking, let's use this. What are we talking about? I'm kidding, guys. I'm joking. So the director of the Craven movie literally begged people to go watch the movie. He said, literally, give our movie a chance. Now, call me crazy.
I like that they put the first 8 minutes out so that people could see if they were going to like the tone of it or not. That was actually done really well, I thought.
Yeah.
And I'll admit it. I had planned to see the movie no matter what, but seeing those first 8 minutes, like, oh, I might not actually bring earplugs. I might actually give this movie a chance as a movie.
But you see the landscape we're in for movies now, where a director has to come out and beg people to watch it.
Okay, so you said this twice now. What do you mean by beg? And does every other actor
please come see our movie?
Are they begging to come?
That is begging.
Is it what everybody has to do? Either the director, the actor, anybody?
Literally,
because
please come
to
see
the
our
studio
movie, right?
Producers.
Well, I think what MSK is trying to get at is that, yeah, I mean, everybody wants you to come see their movies, but there's been so much crap out there, especially from the Sony Spider-Man universe.
I don't know what this is anymore.
That he literally had to come out and be like, give us a chance. Don't judge us by the rest of this shit.
I just want to add on to that. When do you remember back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, directors had to come out and say that? Or mainline actors doing that? People just kind of went and saw movies because they wanted to see the actors they love portray characters. We're in a landscape now where not just that director do that. Eli Roth, who directed fucking Borderlands earlier this year, had to tell people, "Hey, come see our movie." Oh, sorry, not him. It was another few people. Why do they have to do that now?
I was going to say, like, he tried to get his name removed from that, so I'm pretty sure he wasn't begging people to come see that.
No, sorry, you're right.
It was around
him.
before.
It was someone else. Oh, I forgot the name of the
You
people.
had like certain things like TMZ or like Entertainment Tonight or something that would be part of these junkets, but it wasn't like 600 people from like a million different YouTube channels that were all interviewing the entire cast and crew, which is happening now. These
Well,
press
and
junket
also, I
things
think
are
a big part of it is
huge now.
people don't go to the theaters since after COVID much anymore. I mean, the theaters themselves are suffering so
I
badly
mean,
that some of
Moana
them have
2 is
asked some
bringing
of
it
these
back.
people to ask people to come out because there's two
yeah.
problems. One, they don't generally speaking, they don't leave movies in the theater long enough for people for especially if people have a bad taste in their mouth about some of the actors in it or whatever else, so that people that do go to see it can come out and say, actually, it's pretty good, go check it out, and actually get word of mouth to get feet to fucking theater. They don't leave it in long enough, and they put it on streaming so quickly. Why am I going to bother to get the kids together or go out with my significant other, drive all the way to the theater, pay for the tickets, which cost a fucking fortune now, buy $10 fucking small popcorn. I mean, nobody wants to go deal with that bullshit anymore unless they're really, really going to like what they're seeing, or it's really, really going to keep the kids entertained or whatever. So they've got a lot of problems, and I understand like people begging to come to the theater, because if they don't make money in the theater, even if they make money on streaming, everyone who gets back end gets fucked over.
I'm pretty sure. Great. If you've seen, I don't know where you live, but have you been to the movies in like the last 2 years where there's a special little promotion from the actors of the movie thanking the audience for being there? I know I've seen that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, they do those on a lot of them.
Yeah, they never did that back in the day.
Enough.
Imagine if Sam Raimi back in the day when Spider-Man 2 came out, he was like, "Thank you guys for coming. You guys are amazing." That never happened. I've never seen that until recently, where the actors are like thanking the people for coming.
Well, part of the problem
until
is
like
Hollywood
the MCU
is
time.
Yeah.
I mean, so movies became this huge industry around the superhero like explosion or whatever, and everything was like $1 billion. So it seemed like it was never going to end, and they really put like a whole bunch of eggs into weird baskets there. But
stupid. How many eggs?
I don't think it's ever going to go back to that. But Moana 2, like it's breaking records, like it's doing pretty amazing.
Yeah, this Thanksgiving
people are going
all over the country shutting down, and like.
But I think the new, essentially like superhero thing is the family flick. It seems to be that Wild Robot. Man, it's still raking it in.
Good.
It's on
God, that was so good.
It is great. Like it's Robot Meeseeks. What would be wrong with that? Like. Hell yeah. But it's been in theaters still. I think it's been on streaming for like 2 months, and it's still in the top 10. Like it's killing it. Family films are where it's at.
I had no idea Wild Robot was available on streaming. I thought it was just in the theater.
I think it's VOD. Like you still have to pay for it, but you'd pay significantly less than in the theaters.
Yeah, because I'll just want to tackle onto the things
it's not
you guys
like on
said.
Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that like you were prepaid for. Not yet. Okay.
Because movies, like you said, because the earlier thing you said, movies either live and die by the first 3 weeks. Because if it dies in that third week, they just throw it on streaming. There's so many examples of this. I mean, just fucking recently with Joker 2, it died in the theaters in 2 weeks, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, fuck this. Yeet it out. Just get it out. And you have bounce back moments now where, you know, the Thanksgiving weekend really was big. Moana 2 did very good. Gladiator 2 did very good. And Wicked did very well. Now, I'm glad that happened for the theaters. I am. And December, it looks like it's going to be a decent month as well. But guys, come January, the thing in business, you guys have all worked. You guys know the thing about January. What happens in January? Everything dies.
Everything dies for a little while.
Everything dies. Everyone's poor or doesn't have any money from the holiday season because they spent all their money on the Black Friday deals and everything. And they spent all their money traveling to get back home.
For Christmas and New Year's and all those things. Yeah.
And it's even worse now because our economy really hasn't actually bounced back yet until Trump gets back in. So it's even worse now, right? People
even if Trump walks through the door on freaking January 20th and does everything right that could possibly be done, so much damage has been done to our economy in so many different ways that it's going to take years before we actually bounce back if we do. Yeah. And things are going to get worse before they get better. On top of the fact that they're literally spent the last fucking couple weeks and then they're going to keep going doing it. They're literally setting things up to be as bad as possible for when he comes in. They're literally doing things to ruin our country and our economy right now that are just creating time bombs. And it's just
I also
I don't
think
they don't give a shit about this country. They only give a shit about their own power. Because otherwise,
also-
they wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
I also think 2025 is going to be a better year for the movie theaters than this year was. There's a lot of bigger names coming out, but I want to also let people know this, that like if I were to say that 10 years ago, that would actually matter. Now, if you have a big name sequel or remake coming out, it's literally there's legitimately no guarantee it does well. Actually, there's no guarantee movies even break even anymore.
Because
It's actually
there's so
they all
many.
flop.
There's nothing new. You rarely ever get. Is one of the things that made Wild Robot so much fun was you never get anything new. Everything's a sequel or a remake or a reboot or a whatever.
Oh, that's going to be a franchise, though. Like, that's
Wild
a whole
Robot?
world. We're going to get so many more of those.
I hope not.
great.
That was so amazing as it was, but if they start doing to it what they've done to everything else with all the sequels and shit, I don't think it's actually going to be as fun. But I also think that some people, things have been so bad for so long, movie wise, that I think some people have a chip on their shoulder almost, that if something isn't really good, they can't enjoy it. Like, I personally thought Red One was fun. My mom laughed her ass off. I laughed my ass off.
Your mom's style of humor would be into that.
I didn't enjoy it, but
I didn't think the story was amazing. I didn't think the movie was amazing. It wasn't a great cinematic.
You were looking at Chris Evans' chest.
Why the fuck can't we just have some fun?
who wasn't? Come on, you got to look at the Evans.
Chris
But
Evans was
MSK
funny.
all these
The Rock
MSK
was
mentioned
The Rock
all these
he always is,
winners
but in
from-
this role, it actually worked for him. It was funny.
Tiny, we're gonna have to put you in horny jail. You're gonna have to
Tiny,
chill
were you
out.
staring at
Horny
MSK
time out
belongs
so you
there.
can
I didn't
calm
say anything
down.
horny about Red One. I just said it
Stop
was
being
funny.
hysterical.
You said you were looking at Chris Evans' bulge, and I was doing it too.
I did not say anything about Chris Evans' bulge. All I said was that everyone seems to hate Chris Evans these days, and he was funny. That's all I said.
Chris Evans funny? I'll have to see this. I'll have to go.
Yeah, it's like a buddy movie. But you mentioned all the successes of this last weekend. You didn't mention Red One. Dude, it had a 3% drop over the weekend. Like over week to week. That is like impossible. Like even with the top ones like Wicked, it was like a 29% drop.
I saw that. So Red One apparently had one of the lowest second week, or it's had one of the lowest weekend to weekend drop. That's crazy, because usually movies like that drop off like an actual cliff mode. Like they drop like 80, 60%.
Their whole thing is they weren't even looking to make all of the money back. Apparently they just
I read the quote. Yeah, I remember.
I
remember.
Which is stupid, and I don't think accurate, but still someone from Amazon, so that's all they're looking for. So fair enough. I thought it was definitely going to be streaming by Christmas, but man, with 3% drop, they might be stupid to take it out of theaters.
Oh, keep it in theaters. Like Venom 3 just got announced. It's going to be on streaming, but Venom 3, how old did Venom 3 did it hit 500 million like the second one did? Let me see.
I have no
Venom 3's box office, I think it was like 450. Unless I'm wrong. Last time I checked, it was like 403. Let me see. Venom Last Dance box office mojo. What is Craven tracking at? I want to see.
Yeah, Roguish Nerd, that's what I was saying before about the economy issues.
Let's see. Worldwide, Venom 3 did $468 million. Its budget was
didn't it not show in a bunch of, but didn't it not show in a bunch of countries? Like it got blocked or something?
I heard it got 4,000 theaters. So looks like it got a lot of places.
For some reason, I thought that I might be thinking of a different movie or misremembering or whatever, but I thought something had happened where like it wasn't allowed to show in a bunch of theaters.
This happened just like with the first one. Oh my goodness. Like this is the worrying trend with superhero movies coming up, is it's mostly based off the international audiences carrying the movie. It seems like they're more interested in watching our movies than we are.
There's certain religious countries that don't like a lot of gore, and they don't like certain types of violence. They don't like to have those in their theaters, so they only allow them in specific types of theaters. So that could be a problem with some of the superhero movies that are the villain movies, because they're more likely to have like blood and gore and violence and shit.
Because this happened with DC. It's happened with a few of them MCU movies, not Deadpool, Wolverine, the few of the other ones. Because DC's going to end up putting out Superman next year with James Gunn, which I don't think is going to be a bad movie. I think he's going to do a good job. I think. I could be wrong, but it's a prediction.
I had no hope before they mentioned crypto. I'll say that.
my thing is, how is he going to get people in America to come support DC movies? Because people have been just with DC. What was the last DC movie that came out? Wasn't it Aquaman 2? Aquaman, no, Joker 2. I guess Joker 2.
Technically not a DC movie. He took the thing off of there. It was just barely at the end.
Joker Folie à Deux.
It's technically a DC movie, but it's not DCEU, so I'm not
Okay,
sure.
we'll just count
consider it that
Aquaman
way.
too then. I'll just count Aquaman then. Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. Domestically, oh my god. Search, you fucking piece of shit. What the fuck? You got whatever. I'm not tilting. Yeah, that's the problem is people in America don't want to come to watch DC movies. That's the problem. Or just he's gonna have to make a immense banger of a movie. Because like look, international carries it.
I don't know that shows that nobody wants to see this. You got to remember, there's the whole Amber Heard controversy. There was
there's a lot of them that have this
Flash
too. Flash had a.
They had already announced that everything's dead. They're not continuing on with this universe.
Yeah.
I think that killed a lot of the momentum.
Yeah, that killed a lot of momentum, and also Jason Momoa he wasn't pushing it the same way because he's already looking at moving over and possibly playing
Lobo, probably.
Yeah, Lobo. Which he will be fucking. I mean, he was born to play Lobo.
That's a good cast. Yeah.
It's just a worrying trend that it's not even just with Aquaman. A lot of them have had that.
But it's not just DC. Nobody trusts Marvel. Nobody trusts DC. Nobody trusts Sony. Nobody trusts any of them anymore.
What was the last one before Deadpool Wolverine? Oh fuck! Was it the Marvels? No, it wasn't the Marvels.
It was the Marvels.
It is the Marvels. Yeah.
Marvels.
That one had a domestic opening week 1 of $37 million. Holy shit, that's bad.
Yeah, but that's double dutch.
That's so bad, Dad. Yeah, we'll go. Okay, it's fair. People are like, you're not doing Marvel. Okay, here's Marvel. And it's not just picking on DC. I'm just saying people in general, unless that superhero movie has really good word of mouth like Deadpool Wolverine did, people in our country, not international, because they're gonna check it out no matter what. Look, it's bad.
But I don't think this is indicative of people's interest in Marvel either. You got to remember, people were just pissed off that they got lied to, that the only way that you're going to understand Endgame is if you watch Captain Marvel. And then, it kind of sucked. And everyone kind of hated Brie Larson for a bit.
It's not true. I'm not gay.
And then we got this whole thing where it's on the heels of Eternals or whatever. I don't know, man. I think Deadpool Wolverine shows what people would be into if only they could get some sort of project that had some passion behind it.
Deadpool and Wolverine was only good because Ryan Reynolds fucking walked off the set and went on vacation with his daughters when they fucking tried to pull shit on it. He said they're like, no, we really need to. It's really important that we do this and this, and a whole bunch of woke bullshit they tried to push into that movie. And he said, you know what? My daughters just got off school. I'm going on vacation. I'll fucking call you in 2 weeks. And everyone panicked and lost their fucking shit because Ryan Reynolds was more than willing to tell them to go fuck themselves and take him to court. He wasn't going to make the movie.
I'm just
no one else has the ability to do that. No one has this. No one has the fortitude and the fucking money to his name to do that.
I just want to point out the fact that it's not
honestly don't trust anything that they make to actually be good anymore. They don't make good movies. They destroy characters.
I hate life sometimes. Tiny, turn your damn camera. Good Lord, man.
You never yell at Gray to turn his camera on.
Well, he's not as attractive as you are.
I think we all know why that is.
That's Riz right there. I'm just kidding. The thing that I'm bringing up is that it's a continuing trend that the domestic box office for a lot of these movies just gets lower and lower. It could be you're talking about just superhero movies, so it's just Marvel and DC. That's not good. And I get it. Each of them have different circumstances to why they failed, but it's still a continuing trend of like people in our country do not give a fuck about them anymore. Not, or at least not to the degree that it used to be, right? Unless it's like something tiny. Don't do this to me. Yeah, tits are like really.
You told me to put myself on, so I put myself on.
Why are you giving me the ones where your tits are firm? He gave me a black eye.
It's not just some black guy. It's Bo DeMayo. Come on, Mustard and DeMayo. Let's do this. The other time that they actually let somebody do a passion project over there, X-Men '97. They're missing that whole thing. But That's okay. You're right. I might be enticing him a little bit too much. Let me take Boda Mayo off of there. Maybe he was running his crew a bit hard, and
Maybe
maybe he was a bit.
Tiny she literally just up and left.
Maybe he was inappropriate. Sometimes when you have so much passion, like you mentioned, Ryan Reynolds going off on vacation, perhaps this dude's vacation was something different.
Totally
But it
pissed off my cat. She literally just pulled out like every fucking cord in my computer.
That's hilarious.
I don't know what you said, but you pissed her off.
No, you don't give her any love. You're a mean person.
I give my cat lots of love.
Yeah, she said that as she left the StreamYard link. I'm sick of this. Gray heard it.
But she's got a point, though.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I do this next topic? So this girl. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? This is something up Theo's alley. He used to date type of girls like these. You guys know where I'm going.
I thought you were gonna bring up a different girl. I had no idea.
But okay.
Well,
yeah.
Tiny's not on this level of this girl, but we're still getting there. I'm kidding, guys. I have to entertain all you guys. These transitions have to be kind of fun, have to be kind of loose.
You're transitioning?
Pause.
Can I be a wait a minute, hold on. You guys have you ever watched trans women porn?
Yo, pause.
Okay. Just pointing out, in porn, they make everything look better. Now I've never watched it, right? Because if a dude ever takes off his makeup, they look ugly as fuck, personally, right? So even in porn, they can make like you see like the trans women on like Twitter and stuff. They look like,
so wait,
dude,
they're pretty until they take off their makeup.
No, okay. So I'm not obviously I'm not gay. Obviously, I'm straight, and I've eaten many vaginas in my life. But the thing,
sure, these hot dog shaped.
Exactly, nah, that's gay. The key here to take away is it's like the whole porn lesbian analogy, where like on porn, lesbians look really good, but in reality, they look like butch, ugly Shaniquas with no hair on the streets. Porn can do some really amazing things to people. Really ugly people can look good in porn.
Oh Lord,
documentaries for right.
What the hell did you just say? I'm pretty sure like it started with porn makes these trans look really hot.
I'm just saying,
pretty
porn
sure somehow we got from there to wow, man. Fair enough.
Okay, in all seriousness. Okay, so there was this girl named Sophie Rain. There was this girl named Sophie Rain, and she was doing a podcast with another OnlyFans thought, and the girl that was hosting the show asked her how much money she made in OnlyFans, and she showed her phone of how much she makes, even though she could have just said it, but whatever, right? Because women are fucking stupid as fuck. So it was revealed that
so
she
saying you got doxed.
It's weird that allegedly she makes $43 million in OnlyFans. Now, keep in mind, I don't think I've heard of even Amaranth making $43 million in OnlyFans a year. That
you can't afford that.
Absolutely crazy.
Maybe she gets paid in pesos or rupees.
I don't know. Now, I'll say it's maybe I think she does make in excess of millions of dollars, but 43 million, no. But then what's crazy, because women like her are so fucking stupid. They'll say shit, and it's just like, they're lying.
If she's making millions of dollars, she's not that stupid.
Yeah, and
I guess
when you talk about people saying shit, and they're lying.
Wait a minute. I'm saying it's
people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Well, first, I'm not in a glass house. My house is made of rock and styrofoam. Okay, so Tiny, any woman could literally just go out there and show her butthole and get money. I'm pretty sure if you did that, you could make a lot of money.
Most of the girls on fucking OnlyFans are not making more than a goddamn bartender.
Yeah, well, don't they only make like $180, something like that, which is
$180 a month, or even $1,000 a month. That's not that much.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of girls out there showing their shit, not making any money.
I'm just saying. I told you, obviously, don't show your butthole because we might all throw up. But
hold on. Let's not get too hasty.
I told her to wear the leggings that she wore last week, the ones with the fucking diamonds on them. wear a crop top, the ones that you wore in Vegas, do a cooking stream. We will just get a lot of people following you. Now, obviously, send me the videos first so I can analyze them.
That have diamonds on them. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The gray ones you wore last
I think
week.
he means fishnets, but he doesn't know the real.
The ones where you were bending over in last week. I was like, oh my god, yeah, yo. But
God damn.
that's what I said too. I was
no
like,
idea what you're talking about.
Maybe your brain is damaged. So, good lord, man. So,
yes, I have neurological damage. That is a fact.
You definitely couldn't be Charles Xavier. You'd kill us all.
Hard to get women on the street, guys. What?
Make shit up just to make my brain explode, or if I actually was wearing something last week that I don't remember.
What do you mean? No, okay. I'll show you afterwards. It doesn't matter. So,
Theo, do you know what he's talking about?
I don't. He's going to show you later. He's got the screenshots. He'll show you later.
Good memory for your outfits, Tiny, and I don't recall.
Jesus, man.
By the way, I like what you're doing with your profile pictures today. Could you go ahead and send those to my inbox on Twitter in case I get disconnected? I just want to make sure I'm able to keep up.
Yeah. So she pointed out that she is a virgin and a devout Christian. So
I know a stripper who was a virgin and a devout Jew. It happens.
Can that be a thing? Good God, man.
Yeah. Why not? I
will say this because we talked about it a lot in the show, and all the guys that are giving this fucking worthless thought any money, think about this, okay? So you give money to these women in the idea that they're single and they're desirable and that you'll eventually get them. Obviously, that's stupid because that won't happen anyway. Keep in mind, guys, any single guys out there, why would I'm just saying, she's actually pretty attractive. Look at her. Does that woman look like she's single? Does she look like she doesn't have options? She could just text a guy right now to come over and just blow a load on her back or inside of her?
Sorry. Just because she's pretty, she automatically has a boyfriend and is lying to you.
I'm just saying, you have options too. You have more options than us. Why would she? I just don't think pretty women like her won't have options. That's not a thing. That's crazy. If she didn't, that's even more crazy. But I don't want to live in that world because I'm a hot, rich, good-looking guy myself. But
considering the last time I got laid was 2013, and the last time I went on a date was about the same time, I wouldn't say that I've got so much more options than the rest of y'all.
Wait a minute.
I mean, it was a pretty good year.
Wait a minute.
But do you remember that experience? So you can tell me about it later on in full vivid detail. Oh my Lord, Jesus! So
no, because the person I was with is actually someone semi-famous. So no, I can't talk about it.
Whoa! Hold on.
What was the person black?
No.
Damn it! I want to see you get pounded out by a black guy.
God damn!
Thing I have,
you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. It happened more than 10 years ago.
Of course, I couldn't see him. He's black. You can see his teeth. Good Lord.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, guys, listen to me. Girls like her have options already. It's just like I don't have. I mean, obviously, I have options. I'm not like you losers out there. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, how is that any different than a porn star? A porn star also has options, but people still pay for her. Like, I don't understand what your point is.
What do you mean? Are you
I'm
trolling
asking
me?
What's your point of saying she has
No, sorry. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. Why are you giving why are you giving her money for the idea that you think she's single? That's not a thing.
Well, MSK, you know Amaranth was married. Why were you giving her money?
I never give Amaranth money. That never happened. How was this rumor start? I'd never given that thought any money. Holy shit. She has a free OnlyFans account, and I have a free OnlyFans account, and I accidentally subbed to her. That was it.
Right.
It's
sure. And then you accidentally entered your billing information, and then it accidentally kept subscribing.
Oh God, he's bad. Okay, so what did this fucking lady say? Oh my goodness, Lord, it's a minute. Thank God, because listening to these broads are just, oh my God, it's acid inducing to your fucking skull.
But people just kept saying that I was a Spider-Man girl, and eventually it got to my work where I was serving, and my coworkers. Some of my unfriendly coworkers that we weren't friends, they went to my manager and said that I was doing porn and saying I was a porn star and that I'm doing crazy stuff, which I never have. I'm a virgin. Like,
such a lie, man. Who believes that? Look at her face. She doesn't believe that herself. Come on, man.
I'm a virgin to this day. Like, so people were going around saying that I was doing porn, and it got to my manager. So my manager had a meeting with me, and because he's very Christian, and he knows my family. He knows I'm very Christian.
I can't do this, man. This is so stupid. It's not true. I mean, a lot of girls.
I'm sorry. You have no fucking right to judge that that's not true if you don't actually know this bitch.
I'm just speculating.
No. You don't get to say that that's not possibly true. You don't know her.
And thing is, what kind of Christian we talking about here? Are they going to church only on Sunday or going like once a year? That's a different type of
Hey,
Christian.
man, she confesses. She's
No,
good.
she's not a Christian in any sense that I would recognize, but she could be a Protestant because Protestants just kind of do whatever they want, and then they go to a soft rock concert in a Denny's parking lot and call it church. So it's just they're just up to whatever. They don't give a fuck. There's just no rules to being Protestant.
Like that was the most classic Catholic response possible.
We should have lit Martin Luther on fire when we had the
I'm
chance.
just saying,
the fact that we let him go is a problem.
I think the Quakers would accept her. I mean, she can still sit around in a circle.
Yeah, better than Martin Luther. It's a better idea than Lutheranism.
All right, so
one of Martin Luther's main issues was plenary indulgences.
Yeah, and have you looked up what he said about the Jews, Tiny? Have you looked up what he said about the Jews?
I do know what he said about the Jews. I'm not saying I'm saying I'm asking if you personally think plenary indulgences are a good idea.
Better than Lutheranism. That's my answer.
I will say this. The thing is, people have to understand what her line of work is. She has to present herself like that to get money. The reason why most guys are giving her money is because they think she's desirable because she's single.
Like that.
The guys giving her money don't actually think they're ever going to meat her.
Yeah.
Well,
hold on. To them?
Hold on. Like, if I can speak to the Gooner delusional male fantasy a little bit. Not from experience. This is pure speculation.
I don't know, Theo. Can you speak for that? Like,
I will say, listen, I think she does a lot better if the guys who are paying for her porn think that she's single. I think that's a lot better for her than if they know.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of, I think this happened, I forget, it was one of these slutty redheads. Maybe it was
Amaranth. She was trying to hide her husband for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then they did the fake abusive thing that really pissed me off. They really seemed to be severely abusive.
Yeah.
And the fact that it turned out not to be true really made me angry.
That's what I wanted to tackle on, is because how would I say this to people out there? Do you think she would get more money if she came out and she was like, I have a boyfriend, or she was single? You would clearly make more money.
You would get less. You definitely play it down unless that is the fantasy.
Yeah, it's a direct money incentive for her to say she's single.
Okay, so let's say she never mentions a boyfriend or a husband, but she doesn't say that she's single either.
A lot of them don't. Yeah,
single, that's your fault.
Yeah, no, what you're saying is true. A lot of them don't do that because they know that if they say they have a partner, they're definitely making less money. There's a reason why a lot of them don't say it, or they keep the person hidden, like you said. It could be a religious thing. I'll say maybe she's a Christian. That's not really a big problem. But let's be honest here. A lot of people say they're Christian but never go to church. They don't read the Bible. They don't even do anything Christian-like. I mean, it's such a default thing. People say, I go to church. When? I mean, you do. I really would like to know your life to maybe see that action play out. But guys, that's why you talk.
When I was bartending at the strip club, I knew multiple girls there. One was a virgin. She really was. No one ever believed her, but she was. Another one, her boyfriend came and picked her up from work every single day. So any of the customers who want to be out in the fucking parking lot to see it could see it. These girls still made plenty of money.
Can I have her number?
God damn. I do think the OnlyFans experience is different because a lot of guys are paying to one-on-one text these girls or text the guys that work for these girls.
Oh no.
And they actually think they have the parasocial aspect of OnlyFans is because if it was just about seeing boobs, you could do it for free on Orange and Black YouTube.
For sure.
But the parasocial aspect of this, I think, is really what these girls are. These girls are really monetizing gooner male loneliness. Speaking of which, Tiny, can you turn your camera on real quick?
Tiny,
yeah. Let's get some of those donations in here. But there's two different tiers of it. So I think there are some people who just subscribe because they want to be able to see what's beyond the paywall.
Sure.
And then there's the type that message them and want their name read in one of the live streams or something like that. Like, need to have that validation of like, oh, she's actually talking to me. That's something beyond that. That is this weird aspect that they're really monetizing now.
No,
But,
you're right. I'm glad you brought that up. It's not even just what I'm saying. It's a lot of different things. You know, another example of this could be the whole K-pop thing in Korea, where the girls have to literally, I guess, on social media or in their personal life, not have boyfriends because of, you know, what some of their fancy them with boyfriends. They're, you know,
most of those K-pop stars, most of the idols come out of the fucking government-run schools where they take them in when they're fucking in middle school if they have any talent at all, and then they groom them, like they train them to become idols. It's crazy in South Korea. It's different than like, it's not 100% organic in Japan, but it's a lot more organic.
That's not true. That's not true. Good Lord.
So he like sat me down and like questioned me and like made me like a 2-hour conversation. I was sobbing my eyes out, like, and he put me in a corner and like he basically fired me, saying that he doesn't want that like around his coworkers, but that was never even the case. So I got fired from my job.
So yeah, you got fired from your job even though it wasn't you.
Yes, and people just kept saying it was me because we do. I mean, I guess we look a little similar. And I just couldn't get away from it, so I just played into it. My friends and people around me were saying that I should just start an friends,
Yep.
and that I should just play into it and use it to my advantage because at this point, what do I have to lose? You know.
That is, oh, look, good Lord. I mean, losing a job and getting fired, that sucks. But then having to go like, hey, I'm gonna just start showing my butthole for $3.99.
Why $3.99 specifically? How did you know how much she charges?
There's always special deals. Tiny, why your boobs are looking pretty firm and secure in that corset.
A corset.
I like Tavern Wench Tiny. This is one of my favorite Tinies.
Yeah.
Why'd you turn your camera, you freaking Jew? Oh my God.
Wow, MSK.
Tiny, I promise there will be no more anti-Semitic slurs this entire podcast if you just turn your camera on.
Hey, we watch Ben Shapiro. We're good.
That's not, nope. It's not how that works.
What are you talking about? I watch South Park. I support Kyle.
Are you happy now?
Good Lord. Coca-Cola.
Happier.
I actually don't even drink Coca-Cola, but my neighbors got it for me for my birthday, and she's 9, and I just felt really bad, so I kept it.
You didn't want to just throw it in the trash. You were like the Family Guy, the clip where Stewie gave Lois
whatever
your art, and after he left, they shitted on it and threw it away. That was Tiny's reaction to that shirt. Oh my God, Tiny, why are you like this? It's just okay.
Why am I polite and nice to a 9-year-old?
Women are just weird, man. Hey, go maybe get another job. No, I just have to get naked for men, strangers online. You don't know, guys. You just have to do it.
We know your impulses, MSK. You don't have to. Your other options are available.
And the grander point that I'm bringing up is most women don't do that. You're not doing that. Your other friend Jess doesn't do that. Selena doesn't do that. We know a ton of them that don't do that. It's like,
because you've asked every one of them.
Well, you guys are not as attractive per se, but you know,
Selena is exhausted and overworked and not making as much money as she really should be.
Yeah.
Jess fucking works her ass off and works at a bunch of charities. She's not making a huge amount of money. And I'm fucking on disability, so I'm not making any money.
But the thing is, even when you guys are struggling, you're not going like, you know what? I got to make an OnlyFans account and just get naked.
I'm sorry. No, if I had the health and strength right now and I had the options of what I have with not actually finishing my degree and everything else, I go back to bartending at the strip club, not like that.
Yeah, but you're not like getting naked. You're not like taking.
I don't know.
Whoa!
I don't know.
Hold on.
All right,
hold on. What resources would you need to make this happen, Tiny?
Getting
twice the level of energy that my mRNA make.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
I was gonna say. You're about to activate white knight mode over here. I'm about to fix this problem.
If you ever went to doing stripping, I would have to be in that building, analyzing your products and stuff, but just for science reasons only. No actual external reasons for that. I mean but
I'm sorry, products? If you're stripping, you are the product.
Yeah, it's a service industry, sir. What the hell?
So how much money would I have to pay you to give me a lap dance? Hypothetically speaking, if you were a stripper.
If I was
you
an
specifically
stripper, you would pay
twice as much.
Pay at the strip club because I would only be working in a club with no
So
managers and sponsors and people that can throw you out on your head.
Are you worth like $20?
Well, you would definitely get the MSK markup.
Okay, we're not doing that. That's not. I've never jerked off on stream. My dick is too big for all you guys, and I'm a professional. I would never do that. I'm an utmost solid guy. Okay, can't finish that with a straight face. Hi Toasty, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night.
Toasty.
Hey, Toasty's here.
Speaking of women that want to get on their knees for me, but never have, it's a desire, obviously. But no, the grander thing I'm trying to say is average women that are struggling aren't just doing that. Even women that you talked about, bartending, they're not sleeping with random guys doing that. It's like, I don't know.
OnlyFans aren't sleeping with random guys either.
Actually, some of them do sleep with their fans. They have talked about that too. I'm not even kidding.
They're probably lying so that
maybe.
Like, how can you sit there and say that they definitely have boyfriends, they definitely have this, they definitely have this, but she said she slept with one of her fans, so I'm going to believe her now.
Because, Tiny, this is Gooner selective delusion. The Gooner believes whatever they have to believe to get excited about the OnlyFans model. That's what's so pernicious about it.
To answer your thing, let's be honest here. If they do have boyfriends, those boyfriends aren't like strong, tough men that are being like, hey, honey, you got to stop banging. They're not doing it. These are cucks. I can almost imagine these guys are losers. They're not like me at Chad. Look at all this. I'm a Chad. If a girl did that,
they're not like the Chad that pays $3.99 to be able to get access to their site.
Oh God! But all right, so you guys know Harry Potter more than me, right? Harry Potter is for losers, for fucking nerds, right? It was always that way. You were a nobody if you like this fucking series. So there's a character. Okay, it's not an official casting yet. I'm gonna point that out. It's not official. The person was offered the role. This is very similar.
You're talking about the Snape issue?
Yep. So the same thing I brought up a few weeks ago, or was it last week? We were talking about the whole "How to Fuck Your Dragon" movie coming up.
I don't think that's the title.
Your dragon.
How to DEI your dragon. Okay, I'm kidding. So same similar situation though. Even though I'm not a fan of Harry Potter because it's for losers and nerds.
Hey, what's the character's name? Can you say it?
I wouldn't want this for any series. And keep in mind, he's not casted yet officially. This is just he was offered the role. So look at this character.
Role? What character? What character?
This. Snape.
So
no, I want him to say
it.
What's Snape's full name? Come on, MSK.
Papa Ezidue has been offered the role of Severus Snape in the upcoming Harry Potter TV series.
I mean, he's no Alan Rickman, but who is?
Yeah, but the idea is that he has to appear as someone who would have been considered part of the elite dark wizards.
Looks like a dark wizard to me. I could see him saying, "Mr. Potter."
Oh God!
No, but racist, obnoxious, upper-class, evil Brits from the 70s weren't black. That's the whole point. They were racist.
The only quote that I have read for this character for Snap, it's
Snape.
He has Snape. It's a greasy hair, is long black hair, long black greasy haired, pale skin, right? I hate to break everyone's bubble.
He's supposed to feel almost vampiric, yes.
Yeah, I hate to burst everyone's bubble here.
Hey, Blackula was a thing. There are black vampires. Was a thing.
And so was Vampire in Brooklyn. That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do these people just want to lose money? Just burn it? I don't even know why they keep doing this.
The actor may be a great actor, but it's two things. One, it doesn't make sense for who the character is supposed to be in their history. A, and B.
Thank you.
It's already a really, really hard role to take after someone has been so iconic in it. It was always going to be really hard for anyone to be Snape. To try to change it so drastically, I think, is them trying to get away from that, but I don't think it's the right move. And thank you so much, Toasty. I really, really like this pixie. Thank you.
She meant that for me personally, but it's okay. Tiny, take the compliment.
No, just because she's talking about Tiny cut things doesn't mean she's talking about you, MSK. This time, Toasty was actually referring to Tiny.
I'm more of a BBC kind of guy, but how do I say this for people? When people, it's crazy. When Trump got elected, people said all this stuff was going to go away. And I was sitting here going like, okay, he's going to fix business stuff for the country. That's fine. But all this in Hollywood's not changing. He has no power to change any of that. This is still going to keep going on.
No.
This makes
The
no
entire
sense
country,
right here.
including Hollywood runs on all sorts of subsidies and tax breaks that he can easily fuck them over with. A. B. It was never going to affect this because the person who has the control over this is J.K. Rowling's. If she wants to change it, if she wants to do this, it's going to be done no matter who's in charge of anything.
How involved is she?
And power in this.
They said she's really involved in the series, and that would be because so I've seen some people point out that she was grifting off the whole trans thing. Guys, two things can be true. She could not like men pretending to be women and also have horrible reasons.
She doesn't have a problem with trans people. She has a problem with trans women in women's bathrooms and locker rooms and trans women in women's sports. That's the only part. She's given lots of money to trans fucking charities originally. She was very pro trans people coming out and living their truth or whatever the fuck they say. But when it comes to men with or women with penises in women's bathrooms or locker rooms, she has a big issue. Now, I personally think it should be very simple. The bathroom thing, the locker room thing should be very, very simple. You either have a cock or you don't. If you have a cock, you go in this bathroom. If you don't have a cock, you can go in this bathroom. And if you go in this
sometimes
bathroom,
it's undecided, like MSK.
Fucking take it off.
Bigotry. Bigotry. Unacceptable. How dare you?
I know people were confusing her, I'll say her battle against like trans people as far as her like as a person. They're saying she is a liberal.
No, she's unbelievably liberal. She's always been unbelievably liberal.
And if she's super involved in the casting, and let's be honest here, she would be involved with doing this. And to be fair, she is the creator. She can make these decisions, but has to make them good, obviously.
Well, I really think there's the fact that she's definitely very, very liberal. But I honestly think that there's the part of this might be the idea that to try to bring that same role to life after it was so iconic that maybe they're literally trying to go as far different as they can so that no one will really compare them the same way. I don't think that's the right path personally, but that's what I think they're probably trying to do.
God, I hate race swap so much. Why?
I kind of dig that he's younger though. Like it did feel like Rickman was maybe a little bit too old for that particular role since he was supposed to be James and Lily's like contemporary. So I don't know. I could see it being a little bit younger. So like that kind of works for me. But yeah, I definitely picture Rickman now when I think of that role, which is
he was unbelievably iconic in the role. But so as someone else said, I think Ryan from Arcade Outpost said that now that if they make Snape black, they're almost definitely gonna say that that Sirius and James were mean to him because they're gonna make them racist.
Oh God, fuck me.
And he's probably right.
It's probably
if they do that, then they really mess with the.
They already had like the built-in racism allegory or whatever, like the analogy with the whole like mug blood or you're a muggle and we are special. Awesome.
God.
I don't know. It feels like there were already allusions to racism within the text. Like there were some fun lessons to learn, but it's gonna be on the head.
Because if every argument is, if the argument is dudes from morons on Twitter is like, well, let's do this. If it's based off the actor, can Ryan Gosling play Martin Luther King?
No.
Toasty, I'm not ignoring you. I'm rizzing you up in the chat. Come on, stop it. Lesbian porn. Can we watch porn together? Good Lord. Diesel said it's gay. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid, man. People just never learn. I mean, I don't care for Harry Potter, but I do feel that
would be interesting considering he has to be part of that family tree.
Well, good God.
The Black family tree is pretty important to the whole storyline.
All right. So since people said it's all based off the actor, and it's only if the actor can portray the role good, Harry can be Will Smith. Then let's start going down a rabbit hole. Grant Gustin should be fucking Emma Watson's character.
I mean, Will's way too old at this point. Why don't we choose Justice Smith or
Hermione?
God, good Lord, man. This just Ezra Miller can be Harry, right? Because reasons, Fucking, I hate.
Ezra Miller needs to be in prison.
I
Not
mean,
on the
you should
big-
probably go someone age appropriate. Again, like Will Smith has kids. Why don't you use one of them? Like
He's black.
Jaden or Justin. Yeah, but you said Will Smith. I'm just saying, like he's like 50 now. Come
And
on,
also
we got younger.
Before we get to the Daily Wire stuff, because I know Tiny loves your Jewish people, you know. Ben Shapiro's our best friend
Who
here.
doesn't? Mazel tov.
So, Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the two Pirates of the Caribbean movies in development has a script that could bring Johnny Depp back as Jack Sparrow if Disney and
they
him
can't get him.
can reconcile. Nothing
They
has
can't.
been ruled out. There's no way he's doing it.
Nope. He said it would take like $50 million and 5,000 llama.
Oh my
Well,
God.
The Rock just got paid $50 million for Red One. I mean,
No, don't tell me that. No.
how long has it been since he's donned the tri-cornered hat?
Hey, what?
Actually, he has a full set of Jack Sparrow's costume, including the wig and the hat, everything that he travels with. And anytime he has free time, he goes to children's hospitals as Jack Sparrow.
So what's the
So
old
he's
saying?
probably been worn it very recently, but has he
Time
been
heals-
officially on TV? I don't know.
Time heals all wounds. Maybe
No, it doesn't.
That's actually yeah. When you heard that growing up, you were like, I think this is when you grew up and you heard that, you were like, that sounds kind of good. Like time may heal. No, it doesn't, guys. To be honest here, if I hate you, time may heal and shit. I fucking hate your guts.
If I feel that it's not just hatred. He felt betrayed.
Yeah, that's even worse
That's
sometimes.
a big that goes beyond hatred to a lot of people. Betrayal is something that's almost never forgiven.
Could
And
it
I'm
happen?
sorry, I don't see them getting the 5,000 llamas, 50,000 llamas, like with some absurd number of llamas.
Why did we? Couldn't this man just ask for a Lamborghini, like something basic?
Oh, come on. How many horsepower is that? That doesn't compare to the llama. Come on.
Good God. Oh, Mr.
God
Beast
damn.
running for Tiny, stop it. You're killing me here.
Tiny, don't stop it. Keep doing it. Actually,
Too many things I could have said with that. So, Tiny, do you prefer a more aggressive approach during the sex, or do you prefer more of a gentle, passionate approach? Don't answer that. I'll just fantasize about that in my head.
answer that in my DMs if you could. I mean, just
We know which one. MSK
2013 was a long time ago, sweetheart. This is bothering my heart. I can't.
Good Lord. Who can satisfy? I'll do a poll in the chat. Who's going to satisfy Tiny the best in bed? Me or Theo? I'm gonna do a poll right now. Let me log into my other.
You're gonna put that as a poll in the chat.
I have to log out of my second account and get to my first.
Bro,
one
don't
again.
let Toasty see that. She's gonna get mad.
Oh man, holy shit!
You guys might have to like wrestle in Jello or something for MSK's heart.
Tiny's like 8 times toast. Fucking tease, man. Who are you people again?
What?
Who are all you women again? God damn. No, Toasty, I like her. She's cool. Hopefully she'll be here for my birthday in a few days. Because I'm trying to get laid on my birthday. I'm trying to get my fucking dick sucked from the back or something.
That didn't make any sense
damn.
whatsoever.
Toasty, fucking Tiny. Now you guys know what I'm saying. God damn. Tiny, you've been out of the game for a long time. I'll have to teach you the game. You know?
No, I'm good.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You like been in a wheelchair for so long. I have to roll you back into the game, and your body is going to work perfectly fine. All right.
Right.
Just gotta set up a swing.
What is this? A sex dungeon or something?
Well, Theo did say he used to be quite degenerate.
Yeah, I'm retired, but I could come out of retirement. 2013 was a long time. That's almost 10 years. That's like
Good Lord.
over 10. Unacceptable.
All right. Let me create this poll. Creating a poll. Top chat, new chat. All right. Poll. Because I got a long poll. Just pointing it out there. 9 Inches King.
Oh Lord.
All right, you guys talk for a second. I got to create this without typing into the mic.
Oh Lord.
Are you guys
I just find
dead?
it interesting though that he breaks up himself and Theo and just leaves Gray out of it.
Gray's married. What is wrong with you?
None of it's actually going to happen. You were asking a hypothetical question of the
His
chat.
wife watches that. He's gonna be on the couch.
That's
I'm not
true.
trying to be a part of that.
I also want to know who the audience is shipping.
What the
This is-
fuck?
This is good for my brand.
I will say when I did hug her, she felt really soft for some reason. All women feel really soft for some reason when I hug them. What did I say?
MSK, I'm starting to think you've never actually touched a woman.
He did give me a hug. He did actually give me a hug.
But
why
can
are
I
you
ask you,
so
Tiny?
soft?
I've heard it reported that MSK also felt very soft when people hugged him. Was that your experience?
She wasn't reaching for my belt. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's not a porno or something. Holy shit. Lord. No, but I will say those guys were really thirsty at the bar that night. She was like the girl that you see there taking drinks and you try to practice your skills on before you go to the other girls that you really want to hit on. Man, those are some thirsty dudes. There's like at least 15 of them. I was like, I ain't trying in that. I had to get her attention just by looking at her. That's how I just got it that way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Diesel said add him to the option. Sure, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna put MSK Big Daddy.
Yeah.
9 inches.
Tiny, how does it feel to know how many options you have, Tiny?
I like how her options are a black guy, a Catholic, and Diesel, who's
Okay,
a
no,
basic
I had
machine.
it totally wrong. It's $300 million and 1 million alpacas, not llamas.
Can he just want regular shit? Why can't he just get a car or
Because
a chicken?
he hates them and he wants to make life hard for them.
Good Lord, man. He shouldn't go back to them anyway. No, fuck them. Because if he doesn't go back to them, remember the early reports were they were going to have that one black girl be a protagonist for the movie. It's supposed to be a girl boss Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Like, fucking hell, man.
Except there already is a girl boss Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's porn, but it's supposedly very good.
Hey, Avengers porn was awesome.
Well,
My god, so underrated.
That sounds disgusting. Could you post a link to that so I know not to ever go there?
I didn't actually see it. I saw other people talking about it, and
likely
the
story.
cover for it was actually really well done. It looked like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, just all female. You can probably find it on the hub. I haven't looked, so I wouldn't know.
I never asked this. What are the rules with Jew people in watching porn? Not like girls, but guys.
What?
Is it considered
I'm
like
pretty
a
sure all
sin
men
in your
watch
religion?
porn, no matter what religion they are.
Oh, okay.
Not this man.
Anymore?
Anymore.
I'm retired.
I'm retired. Yeah. I go to church now. I'm good. All right, the polls.
He's joking.
What did I say?
Retired.
I retired willingly because women are fucking thoughts and disgusting.
No, it is hard out here for a pimp. MSK's not lying about that.
Tiny, stop doing this, please. You're gonna. I'm done. We can't do it tonight. Why are you telling them about our private business? Oh my god, man.
That
MSK
picture
is
fucking from high school.
I never said anything. I don't know what that's crazy. All right, take that off.
It's Bell Diesel's name?
Can you put your adult pictures on screen, you weirdo?
They're not adult. None of these are adult.
Put the one with the boobs on. Tiny, can you see the poll this man put up? Those aren't yours. That's not true. That's not true. I don't believe it. But it's better than the other one. All right.
Oh, you don't. Your problem is the one from the Mermaid Parade.
Ah, good Lord, man.
That one.
Okay. Too much. No, the one where you were in the corset. I like that one better.
No. Let's not be hasty.
Fucking hell, man. White people always ruin there. That one's fun. That one looks like you're ready. That one looks like you were in like maybe a 1950s like European snuff film. Where I like walked up
Friends there. I have a pewter mug full of fucking hard cider.
Imagine me wearing the outfits I used to wear back in the day, and I would be like, "Hello, Madam Tiny. Would you like to try out my BBC in the other room?" No, doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
You would call me master, like you would call me my lord, and I'd be like, "Hello, ma'am." Holy,
no.
You would call me lord? Oh my god! Come on,
You'd have to be a lord for me to call you lord, dumbass. It's an actual position. Can
I not just claim it?
No, you can't.
That's not how that works.
What the fuck? that?
It's not like the title MSK. You can't just claim it.
All right, you guys can
But
go
would you
vote
be
on the poll.
Lord Kang?
Yes, I want that title. Yes, please. Yes, good job. Good job. I can be Lord of these Kangs. Oh, speaking of Jonathan Majors, you heard the story, dude. Remember? The girl apparently dropped all the charges. Dropped all the charges, actually. Crazy how he
Kang
lost
Dynasty
everything.
is back on then?
No, that's not happening. You know that's not happening. But it's just crazy that, after his life is over and ruined in Hollywood, essentially, for that franchise, she miraculously dropped all the charges. Yeah, I believe all women, right? Crazy.
Well,
She may
I mean,
very
he
well
does have the
have
option for a
payout-
book,
payoff.
though. I'm just saying, like, if he writes a tell-all on this, like his memoir, We Was Kangs, I think it could be kind of awesome. I think he might have a chance to make some money off of his unfortunate situation here and lack of being Kang anymore.
Okay, so currently the poll is who can fuck Tiny. I'm at 33%. Theo's at 17. Diesel's at 50.
Wow.
Wow.
How many votes did Diesel get?
It actually doesn't tell you. It never.
Two.
It's unanimous, so I wouldn't know. You can see the total number of votes.
I'm not seeing this poll in the chat.
I'm a little disappointed that I'm in last.
Wait,
This is
I was supposed to
Where
in
is
first.
this poll? Where's this poll? I don't see it anywhere.
It's pinned to the live chat. I have to pin it here. Let me go 1 second. I gotta.
That's so
Not
weird. I
in
don't
poll.
see
Jesus
it
Christ, man. How do I do this? Not okay. It just has to be there. It's just pinned at the top. Yeah, it just says 6 people voted. That's it. Diesel said, "I didn't."
And one of
even
those
vote.
wasn't even Diesel. He was honorable, didn't even vote for himself.
I
vote for
can't vote
MSK.
for myself. The account person that holds it, who makes the poll, can't vote for themselves. Believe me, I've tried. I can't vote for myself. So, who the fuck
I like
is
Dweezy. Who the fuck is Diesel?
Diesel?
He's the Autobot.
Good Lord, man. Good Lord. Tiny, I am your most valuable suitor. I have the Riz. There you go. It's good enough.
I think Diesel might be the best option, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what the people. Democracy. The democracy has it. You guys win. There you go. Our country is saved. I hate all of you guys. I truly hate every single one of you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one moment. All right. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, it's it's what women do. I mean, to be fair, something could have happened. I'm not doubting something didn't happen. Potentially something did, but I just find it very weird that she just waited to drop all the charges after he lost everything.
Well, it seemed like it was kind of suspicious charges anyway. Like the whole fact that the whole situation, like her being in a closet and the bruises and everything. Then there's the video of him like literally running away from her, like at a full sprint to try and it was a weird situation. But do you think there's any rehabilitating his career?
Just
any
not
coming
with
back from that?
Marvel. Well, I feel like he can get other roles.
If he was the amazing actor of just unbelievable talent that they all kept claiming he was, he might, but I don't think he actually was that good an actor, so probably not.
But did you see his abs in Creed 3 or whatever?
Did you see him in The Harder They Fall? That man was looking like a beef stack.
Pause.
That has nothing to do with the ability to act.
Good Lord, man.
No, I think he's probably going to have a career after this, but I don't know if that career is going to be in. I don't know if he's going to get a shot to be a big time Hollywood leading man again, but I think he's going to be acting again. Might be. I don't know. He might have a career on like the BET circuit or something, but I don't know if he's going to be in a Marvel thing again. This is why you don't get involved with crazy girls, by the way. Diesel's right about this. This is what happens.
Women, yep, don't get involved with crazy women. Throw them out. Good God, man.
Tiny, you can ruin my life. That's fine.
Crazy?
Tiny secretly flipping me off right now. We just can't see her do it.
It's not secret. We all know.
Who gets to define who's crazy?
Love you. You're the best. Okay. Give me a moment here. Okay.
I can be wholesome.
Wholesome.
See? I can be wholesome.
Are you hosting an?
I don't know if you can display that on MSK's stream.
I'm not trying to get R. Kelly fans watching me. I'm not that desperate.
Yeah, my mind's telling me no.
Who won the poll? Before we get to the last thing.
Why you think about your poll all of a sudden, MSK?
On the YouTube channel, I'm a professional. I know how to professionally speak to everyone, and I can read perfectly fine.
Nasquack.
All right, who won? Nope. I guess Diesel won. All right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Based.
Based.
Congrats, Diesel.
Congrats. Good God. All right. Give me 1 second. I have to sign in back into my comic book account. But I just want to say thank you to every single person.
Weezy,
So you had to sign into a different account. You had to sign into a different account, and you were saying that you couldn't vote for yourself, but you somehow had to sign into a different account to see it.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, you're right.
Those pity votes for MSK, suddenly it makes a lot more sense.
I'm not saying I rigged the vote. Are you? Wait, are you an insurrectionist? Are you questioning the results of an election?
I am. I think it's rigged, sir. I think you pity voted yourself too much.
Hashtag stop the steal.
Gosh.
Y'all just trying to keep me and Tiny apart.
Good Lord. Okay. I propose this 1 week because I call dibs first. I take her for a weekend, then Theo gets her for a weekend, and then Diesel gets her for a weekend, and we just constantly repeat this. It's like we'll consider it a divorce arrangement.
Sounds more like a reverse
Yeah.
harem.
I'm gonna be honest, MSK. I don't want to cross swords with you. I do not want to be Eskimo brothers. Anywhere you've been, I'm gonna stay away. I'm be honest with you.
Separate. I said separate weeks. You fucking retarded heathen.
I'll know. Your residue will be there still.
She's gonna wipe her. I'm not going there.
Wow, this has gotten gross.
She's gonna wipe her vagina. You fucking weirdo. She's gonna take a shower. I hope.
No, it won't be enough. You're gonna have to dunk her in holy water.
Okay, so if I eat. Okay. Maybe you can get her first because I can just finish last. It's fine.
Jesus
If
Christ.
you finish inside and I lick it out of her,
Oh my God.
God
I'm
damn.
so done now. This is so gross. I'm so done with
would
it.
that technically mean we made out or we fucked each other?
I can't with it.
I don't
Oh,
think that's
God.
what make out means.
What do you think making out is?
No. Like technically, didn't we have sex? With
Yeah,
each
that's
other
just
if
first
I ate
base,
your
right?
Come out of her vagina.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow, this has been a very creepy look into MSK's brain. Wow.
God damn. God damn.
MSK hosts men.
Yeah, I hear they make out on Tuesday.
That's not what I do. I make out with women. I visited this girl yesterday, and she put her hand down my shirt.
No. I don't believe a word of it, and I'm done with this type of conversation for the night.
It's only degenerate if we go further deeper. All right, okay.
No. It's about as degenerate as I'm willing to accept.
You've said I good Lord, man. All right, okay. It's fine. Okay, so as you guys know, Daily Wire has had some recent firings. They fired Candace Owens, and obviously she's black, so
Based.
makes sense, right? She's a Shaniqua. Get her out there. I'm kidding. So
They
she
didn't
had made
fire her. She left because she lost her fucking mind.
she had some various comments about the whole Israel-Palestine conflict, and she had some problems
She
with
knows nothing
one
about.
it was the other Jew that she had a problem with, the Rabbi guy, Rabbi Shuli. Pretty sure that's his name. She had some big problem with that guy. He wasn't that good a person to her, obviously. It was just a big fight they had.
She's lost her mind and she's gone for blood libel, which is something that was proven to be false and stupid beyond it was proven decades ago, but beyond that was proven hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, no, that was our fault. We gotta own that. Sorry about that.
And
That was on us.
Theo apologizes for it.
That was our fault.
I
We
don't
were wrong
really
about
have-
that.
I
The
don't-
Pope
I-
apologized.
I generally don't have a problem with most modern Catholics, but the fact that there are people that are converting to Catholicism with the blood libel shit is like, how fucking backwards are you? I don't understand it at all.
Well, I
Hey,
mean, she
Clay,
was pretty
I
good
will-
friends with Kanye for a minute. She
I will
might be
say, if you
somewhat
talk to
backwards.
any Catholics
No.
over 50, they say some wild shit about because that was part of the
So,
catechism until
there
very
was that.
recently.
So you got the Rabbi Shuli situation. Then, she has a situation with Israel Palestine she comments on. Then, Ben wasn't really happy with the comments she gave. And then there was just a tweet that Jeremy Boring put out where it basically read it like this: Candace Owen
Well, then,
no longer works with Daily Wire. Just basically kind of publicly fired her, but let's be honest, she was already
you're
probably
glossing
fired
over
before
her last show, though.
then. She was black.
Her
You have to
last
gloss over
show,
her.
she went pretty hard against, wasn't it Macron's wife or whatever, saying that.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah,
went
you're right.
all in
Dude.
on
So there were a
Macron's
couple
wife
of
used to be a man.
controversies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just pointing out
There were a
the
couple
first
other
two.
controversies that she went pretty
yeah.
hardcore that I think they had to take down because it was it was near slander.
There's also there are these insane anti-Semitic translations of supposedly speeches that the Rambam gave back in like the 1500s that kept showing up on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't trust you to translate medieval Hebrew, and B, I know what most of the Rambam speeches were, so I don't believe any of the bullshit that you're showing me. And you give me no evidence to believe any of the bullshit you're showing me. And then she started repeating these types of things. And it's like, I'm so. Oh, and no, it wasn't Shmuley, it was Schneerson. She went after the Rebbe, the Chabad Rebbe, who some people actually had believed was the Mashiach. And she went after him. And I'm sorry, Rabbi Schneerson of righteous memory was one of the kindest, most generous, most open men in the fucking world. And he literally, there was a very important book that needed to be translated. And he specifically went to find the best translator in the world who was not Jewish. And everyone got mad. Why would you not pick a Jew to translate this really important thing? And he said, because God specifically said every single being on this planet, every human has a purpose. Every single human is a child of God. Every single human has a neshama, has a piece of God inside them as their soul. So Jews, we may be the chosen of God and have laws we have to follow that make us different, but we should never believe that we are above anyone else. And she said that he was he hated non-Jews and he attacked people and he was evil. Fuck her. That man was as close to a saint as we've ever had. He saved so many from the fucking camps. And I don't ever want to hear some bitch who's never suffered shit in her life talk about him.
Hello.
MSK, you better stop talking about him.
I'm scared now. My dick
No.
just shriveled up.
I do kind of agree
Wow,
with
that's saying
MSK here. It does seem like the Daily Wire is hiring everybody hot that works there. And just
Candace
getting
Owens
them
is
off
not
the roster.
attractive.
Well,
Candace Owens-
yeah, hold on.
Okay, but
She's
have you
gonna-
seen Ben
hold on
Shapiro?
yes.
What about
Have you
Lady
seen Michael
Ben Shapiro?
Knowles? Have you seen Michael Knowles? He's pretty hot. Let's be honest here.
I will say Brett Cooper looks more like Ben Shapiro's sister than Ben Shapiro's actual
This
sister.
is literally Ben Shapiro in a wig, for being honest. Okay, I'm kidding.
And I'm so
He's
into it.
very
What does that say about
Right,
me?
he's very pretty.
I will say, Brett, if you ever get divorced from your husband, if you want to take a black guy on, I could be a Jew, I think you guys have those in your ethnicity.
I don't even know if Brett Cooper's Jewish.
I don't think Brett Cooper's Jewish.
Is she not? I thought she was Jewish. What?
No,
That's
call her-
crazy.
they make all the jokes about her and Ben just because they work together. But no, she's not actually Jewish. I believe she's.
I'll be honest
she's
here. I didn't know that. The Daily Wire allegedly plans to replace show host Brett Cooper on her own show with producer Regan Rohrbach.
Well, also,
After-
That's
look,
quack.
there's one other thing that we haven't mentioned, which is it could be that Brett wants to go off. Like maybe she wants to retire. Maybe
no.
she's gonna have a baby. Maybe
So
No, my
I
theory
think
is they're
she
just
is
not paying
pregnant.
her.
That could be. So I think she is pregnant, and she just did the pen to whatever the hell that thing is. Their weird like fantasy show, and then she is also playing their version of Snow White.
Mhm.
She might just be moving on to bigger, better things than sitting behind a desk and talking to the internet. But who knows?
I mean, Daily Water doesn't do it nearly the same way, but I mean, if you pay attention to PragerU, they pick up young talent that's up and coming or looks like they could do well. They get them to a certain point in their career, and then they let them go to go do their own thing and pick up the next young person. And it wouldn't surprise me if Brett's like, okay, I'm doing all this shit. I'm about to have a baby. I can't handle my own show right now. Let's take my producer, the next up and coming person, and give them the slot. So
the rumor is apparently they're gonna let her go because of some disagreement with Jeremy. You can't do that to me.
Maybe. I mean, she is kind of one of their biggest stars. Like I forget what the thing is. It's like the pen to whatever cycle. It's their like fantasy thing that they're bringing out.
Dragon cycle.
Yeah. She's like a very pivotal part of that. And then she is like their version of Snow White that they're making as well. So yeah. I don't know. I think she's also one of the more popular hosts. I know I definitely see her stuff more than I see Knowles' stuff or Matt Walsh's. So
her and Knowles were both actors, and I think Knowles was also a model at one point. So like they have different everyone was like, why would they take this random person and make her Snow White? It's like, she was an actress. That's actually what she originally wanted to do with her life.
She even actually looks like Snow White more than Rachel Zegler, who's fucking Puerto Rican. You know,
I could see her, pulling some stuff like, hey, I am basically the second face. Like, essentially, if you can count Ben Shapiro's face as my face, the only face of Daily Wire. So I don't know, man. I could see there being a disagreement, but I don't think they can get rid of her. I think they are super enmeshed at this point. Like with the Pentagon cycle thing and then Snow White. I think they're locked in for a couple of years. Pendragon, thank you. I keep wanting to call it Pentagon, and I'm like, that's
quack.
Okay, well, a moment there. I think she's probably on her. She's on a rookie contract.
Arthur Pendragon.
No, she's on. I would guess she's on a rookie contract, and then her show got insanely popular, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to pay me what I'm worth?" And he was like, "Fuck off."
Well,
and so now
she's going to. Supposed to be like greedy? Aren't they supposed to be like? About the stereotype, they're supposed to be greedy and they want to have money for themselves. To be fair, I can't disagree with that. I like having the money for myself as well.
Wait, so weren't you just calling OnlyFans models greedy? So
everybody's
you think that
a little bit different there. A lot of nuance. I'm kidding. So there's a rumor. The reason why this rumor is being brought up is because apparently she replied to a Nick Fuentes tweet. Now, people know how Nick Fuentes is about Jewish people. Obviously, her uncle, this Ben, right? Wouldn't probably like that. Now, keep in mind, now this comes to the line about family. So let's say hypothetically this happened. I'm not saying it did. Hypothetically, is she allowed to reply to his tweets and not be fired? Is that a thing you can have in a company? Okay.
I mean, I would say yes. Like, I don't think that's what Candace Owens got fired for. I think it was. No, I think he is a known anti-Semitic, so it's like you don't want her necessarily
Nick Fuentes is a very known anti-Semitic psychopath.
Yeah. So I don't think you'd want her associating with him, but I think replying to something, and especially like if that's real, like what even is this?
And this isn't even her agreeing with him.
Freedom of speech. She can talk to anybody she wants. But I mean, Fuentes is batshit crazy. The man thinks that Mary Poppins is evil.
There was a recent one of him where it was like, if you have sex with your wife, it's gay unless you're gonna have a kid. And it's like, what in the world? Who's saying that shit? That's stupid. If you believe that, you're an actual idiot. Because I have sex with my wife, and it's pretty.
Wait,
good.
do you have any kids?
Definitely not.
It's pretty gay, dude.
All right, okay. So right here, because people who screenshot, I have to bookmark this. This isn't even her agreeing with him. He put out something about her ripping into women or whatever. And that's not her agreeing with him. So then I'll ask you guys this. Is it canceling her to get rid of her if she can do that? She can reply to his tweet.
I seriously doubt that her replying to the tweet has anything to do with it
at
all.
Hypothetically, if she got fired for that reason, is that canceling her, in your opinion?
Well, you already mentioned that there's more. So hypothetically, that would be really stupid. And that would be, essentially
but it would be canceling.
But it would be against everything that the Daily Wire has talked about with the whole freedom of speech thing.
It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
That's what's bringing up. Yeah.
Also, once again, Boring's not Jewish.
True.
Yes.
But so I don't know. You already mentioned that supposedly she's in negotiations with Boring, and that's what this all stems from. I don't know. I imagine that's way more of the deal. I'm pretty sure that was kind of the same thing with Candace Owens. It wasn't the fact that she was like associated with Kanye. They already knew that he did batshit things and she's somewhat associated with him. It's the fact that she just kept going on with that. I don't think it's just that she responded to a tweet saying,
she was saying
what even is this law?
Could be considered to some. She was getting to the point where she was saying shit that could be considered libelous, which means that she could be sued, and or the Daily Wire could be sued. And she kept literally taking anything that was said to her as a fucking fight. She publicly,
I just think it's different, man.
She doesn't know about, and said bullshit, and then privately at an event, Ben said that she was out of line. And it got, and it was someone caught it on their phone and made it public, but he hadn't actually said anything publicly about her. And then she said her whole thing about how you shouldn't separate money from work or something because Jesus said something about money. And Ben was like, if you've got a problem with the money, you don't have to work here. And she said, you're trying to fire me. It's like, no, bitch, you keep making statements, and anytime anyone responds to them at all, you act like you're being attacked.
I love women logic.
For someone who's supposed to be so right-wing and so anti-DII and anti-victim mentality, for a few weeks there, she was victim to every fucking thing you said. Yeah. And no one thinks that a Christian saying Christ is king is anti-Semitic. No one thought that. She's claimed that she said it, and then they attacked her for it. And then I had to deal with fucking 4 fucking months of people asking me over and over again, to think Christ is king, is that anti-Semitic? Am I being anti-Semitic? Shut the fuck up. No. If you're Christian and you say
she's got a point, MSK.
Oh, she also apparently got mad that like they didn't defend her enough against one of the rabbis that she was quote unquote beefing with. That was another thing she got mad about. You didn't step in publicly to defend me, where it's like, that's the thing is, if they don't agree with you, they don't have to defend you. I don't defend you guys on everything you do. It's not that I disagree, but it's not my job to, you know?
Yeah. Well, it seems like Candace Owens was a liability in a way that Brett Cooper is not. Yes. Like Brett Cooper is clearly an asset. Yeah. So
for sure.
Candace Owens' firing seems
Candace Owens is black. She was always gonna be a liability. She's a Shaniqua. This is gonna happen.
And kind of along those lines, that's why we appreciate when you don't step in our thing, because you are a liability, and if you were on our side, that would just drag down everything, MSK. So we appreciate that you stand aside.
Hire a black woman to get problems.
She's actually getting fired. If she is leaving in some way, I have little doubt that it's probably connected to her being overextended with all the different things she's doing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. It could be the tweet. I don't know. I hope it's not any bad blood, because I don't. She's pretty entertaining, just like myself. People pick up from the best. Actually, this thing is Tiny triggers herself. All I asked her is like, what about Candace Owens? Then she just goes on a tirade. I'm like, all right, okay. Well, tell us how you really feel. Good God. But I don't know.
Okay. So you brought this up. Do you think there's any chance that they can step away from her? Like, they've already done the teaser for their version of Snow White, and they made like this huge thing about it. I don't think they can get away from that. So I don't know. I think they're all eggs in the basket, since they're talking about how fast theirs is going to be compared to the other one.
Have you heard anything about their Snow White since then, though?
I haven't heard anything since the trailer or the announcement.
There was a theory at the time that they were basically just trolling Disney, showing how easy it would be to make a good version of Snow White, and that they weren't actually going to go through with it. Now, Boren came out and said, "No, of course we'll go through with it, and we're gonna release it just when they release theirs." And then Disney,
I think they're supposed to, because they were talking about the time frame in it, that like in the time that it took them to shoot and re-edit and rewrite.
Now, but we still haven't heard anything about.
We heard nothing from it. It might have honestly just been a troll moment, but at least
I'm not sure that they didn't just say, we can put the money into this, we can make them look really stupid and enjoy it. And then I don't think it went any farther. I mean, it could have, and they're just keeping it under wraps. But I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anyone else.
No other castings. No other castings have been announced.
The fact that she's really connected to the Pendragons cycle, she's still they still definitely need her. Absolutely. I wasn't trying to say that you were wrong about that at all. I'm not sure that Snow White's actually being made.
Fair enough. I just know that they made a huge deal about like theirs would actually be on time, where the other one wasn't. So
Except
that would be kind of
put it out, and
awesome
the other
in a
one's been
way.
delayed 4 times.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I know that they did for sure finish filming on Pendragon Cycle and made a big deal about that. So she is still going to be like the face of their show, whatever that ends up being.
I wanted to answer your thing. So, I mean, let's be honest here. The contracts that companies like them write up heavily favor them anyway. So essentially, if they didn't want her there because of maybe something bad or she knows her value on the market's bigger than what her contract is, they could easily just buy her out. She could just go her merry way. Because let's be honest here, it's only going to favor their interest because people like, even with Candace Owens, that YouTube channel she did, Candace Owens podcast, I mean, she had a YouTube channel that was big enough. Even with Brett, they own those too. So that's the sad part. Is like everything she built up, if she leaves, well, she can't access it anymore because they pay to advertise the content, set everything up, the ads that go along with all that stuff. I think she could build up her own thing without them. Could be, you know. I mean, she's a girl, guys. It's just looking like the way she does. That's like what she makes a random YouTube channel with her name in it. I could see easy 100,000 followers in a week. Honestly, it's a girl. Like guys are really desperate. You know, girls have that easy mode on them. So, well, good
that
old.
was true. Then all of your female friends would fucking have 100,000 followers, and most of them don't.
You don't
It's
even do
true.
content, and you almost have 8,000 followers.
Where the fuck are you getting that from?
Do you?
I
Or
don't have a
2,000?
channel.
She does
How
a
could I have
ton of
8,000
content.
followers?
You yourself don't even do content. And you almost have 2,000 followers on Twitter.
I'm
What do you
on Twitter a
call
lot.
this, man? So yes, this isn't on her channel, but she's the talent here.
Oh,
Come on, without her, you don't have a show.
Are you saying?
Right?
No.
Hey, hold on. Wait
a minute.
wait a second. Hold on.
I'm just saying, every aspect of this has been aimed towards Tiny tonight. Without her, there is no show tonight.
What do you mean? I'm the star of the show. They call me the Ben Shapiro around
Come
here.
on,
Yeah.
dude.
And I'm white.
True.
Right, Cal.
Say-
So you've had it too good for too long, okay?
That's not.
Theo,
I've
your
had
white
it too
privilege
good
is
for
showing.
not long enough.
Theo, your white privilege is showing. Don't you push that on me, you bigot.
Thank you.
I'm only sub to this channel because Tiny's here. You're a fucking bastard.
Oh,
just-
thank you, Easy.
I'm pointing out, girls can always
Sorry,
get a
wow.
boost in viewers and stuff because they are girls. That's just how
Yeah,
guys are.
Tiny, if
Sorry.
you would like a boost, you hit my DMs. I'm right here.
So Tiny, do you like it up against the wall, being picked
God
up? Or you like hypothetically speaking here? I need to look this up.
It would depend on the person I was with.
What is Jewish women's favorite sex position?
Come on, the menorah.
Mm.
I've never known. I need to look.
You do understand that, like, there are
Which-
Orthodox Jews.
That's the first one that came up. Which sex positions are allowed in Orthodox Judaism?
Well, just
What the
keep in
fuck?
mind, you got to use the sheet, MSK.
No,
That was also
What
our
is that? Are you
bad.
grabbing a sword?
Yeah, that was our bad.
I need to know this stuff. I asked Cora.
why would you?
Ironically enough, I actually know the answer to this question because in my total of 5 classes of sex ed at Jewish school, most of it consisted of Jewish laws surrounding sex and not things like protection or STDs. In Judaism,
Well, if you went to
there's
yeshiva, that kind of makes sense because you're yeshiva.
is that a sword or something?
Yeshiva's school, Jewish
Oh,
school.
good
called
lord.
yeshiva.
I'm sorry, Tiny. I went to hood school. We were taught nothing there. Good lord. In Judaism, you're supposed to have fun with your partner to a certain extent. Oh, that's gay.
Actually, that's not what he's saying. Is he's not saying it correctly. It is a husband's job to make sure his wife orgasms repeatedly.
Based.
Based. Now I want to be a Jew. I'm giving up bacon. You're baking me crazy, Tiny. That's a bad joke. As there's a Jewish law about wasting the seed of a man, the semen isn't really supposed to go anywhere, but where it was naturally designed to go. So not in a woman's mouth, butt, or anywhere else that's outside her vagina. If you're afraid of the word vagina, I suggest closing this answer. I'm not. I love women. A woman has more liberties with things. However, as she has no seeds to waste, Okay. Meaning that she's allowed to orgasm without the involvement of a penis. Run. It's the word penis.
Women are allowed to masturbate, men are not.
No, that's true, really? I did not know that.
If you're really orthodox, yes, because technically every time you masturbate, you waste your seed.
But a man
Well,
isn't
not
allowed
MSK.
to orgasm.
He thinks
and
waste not,
seed.
want not.
But a man isn't allowed to orgasm and waste the seed unless it's inside a vagina.
That's
Tiny,
what I just said.
Tiny, you're gonna have to take one for the team. Come on, girl. You know
No.
what it tastes like. Gosh,
Jesus Christ.
gosh.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Still wasting, Diesel. Still wasting.
If it's in a sock. Tiny, turn your camera. Good Lord.
I'm not orthodox. I'm explaining what it would be for orthodox people. I'm not claiming that I hold anyone
No,
to
I said turn on your camera, you weirdo.
No, you're stuck with Gunny Hart.
Yeah,
Where's the boob one?
I don't think you can call anyone a weirdo at this point. So.
MSK, I think you ruined our boob privileges with your asking what it tastes like.
It was a bit too exciting for him. You know, it stirred him.
I have to leave it in her. I have to do what their Jewish God says.
No.
Right.
It just says you can't touch yourself. That's all it
See,
says.
That's why I like Catholicism. Nobody's allowed to jerk off. All sex has to be generative and unitive, or as I like to say, the goo must go in the vagina.
I heard. What's the Mormon one where you have to let your dick marinate inside of them? So what's
It's called soaking. It's a tradition.
But wouldn't it just naturally soak if you're? I hate you people so much.
No. You don't understand. Like if an earthquake were to happen or a friend were to jump on the bed, that's just an act of God. You're not doing it at all. You're just existing in a plane.
Actually, it's if a woman orgasms, she's much more likely to get pregnant. It's one of the
Is that true?
And yes,
God, I gotta be careful.
Scientifically, that's true.
Is that why I've not had
Careful,
sex
man.
before? Is that why I'm such a sexy Chad who pounds a lot of ladies?
I'm pretty sure what you said the first time is that why you haven't had sex before. Yes. Yes.
That never happened. I let the veil slip. Gray got me. I'm kidding. I've had sex with a lot of women at this point in my life.
Women, sure.
Like the reason why, like in to a large degree, everything in Judaism is based around the family and increasing the number of kids and stuff. There's all sorts of laws about different aspects of life that all go towards making more babies and keeping them alive and keeping them strong and keeping them healthy and keeping them moving on.
And rich. The ultimate goal is to get them filthy rich.
That's not a thing.
South Park said it was. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, if you have that big of a family, you got to provide for it, MSK. Come on.
The whole conversation is making me lose the... what was I going to say? Speaking of Jewish people and Chinese people, you know, they've had some of the most biggest atrocities.
Okay, where's he going with this?
Like Jews were almost exterminated by Hitler. Chinese people were put in internment camps. And the thing that I respect most about those just people in general, they bounce back in the hardest ways to become rich as fuck, control things. Good or bad, doesn't matter.
The Japanese, not the Chinese.
My point was still there.
What do you mean those people?
My point was still there, but I'm glad you
were
saved
talking
there,
about
buddy.
the Japanese.
Nice save there, buddy.
Put in internment
That's
camps.
why you're a
The
Jewish
Chinese
person
just
on here.
bounce back
You
and
have the
become
knowledge.
rich.
Why are you yelling
Jesus. Oh
at me?
my
Good Lord. But black people decided to not put their money in generational wealth. Jews did. Asians did. Not just Chinese people. Chinese people do it too. Generational wealth. Black people only care about getting new chains and fucking a baby mom or something. You know?
Okay.
Just
First of all, in the very beginning, especially in the South, there were things that actually were put in place to stop generational wealth from accruing in certain black communities. But you did actually have things. Well, you did have things like Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, and there were places and times when black people did actually get it. And then there were atrocities, and then there was this change in culture to not actually push towards the family and good moral shit. I mean, Jews do generational wealth when they can because there's actually laws about it.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's one of those things where like something that bad that happened to them it was just a
But
collective
it's not,
mindset
but it's
where they
not
could
all
bounce
Jews, and they
back.
don't always get it. We did actually live, like, the majority of Jews in Western Europe and Eastern Europe and Western Europe lived in shtetls.
Oh, good lord. Ugh. We got the poor Jew on here, guys. Damn it. We didn't get the rich ones.
Do you know what a pogrom is?
You know why? Because she
Why
won't
not?
start an OnlyFans. That's why.
Yeah, she's over here keeping everything. God, Tiny, you're supposed to be fun now. Tiny, you're 40, okay? Time to start living life again, you know?
That was not the
My
point I
age
was
has
making,
nothing
for the
to do
record.
with my health. Not to mention, I don't look 40 because I stopped aging 20 fucking years ago.
You did?
Based.
What are you drinking? Blood of
My
vampires?
My body does not make enough energy for the cellular systems to work correctly. One of those includes aging. My body doesn't make enough energy for me to age correctly.
That's fucking hot.
I'm not saying I don't
mean,
like that, but
Rich people pay a lot for that. They have to get like the adrenochromes
hold
or
on.
whatever.
So you're
That's
saying
awesome.
in the next, when you become 50, by 2034, you're going to still look the same way.
Close to, yeah.
That's crazy.
Tiny,
So
my inbox is open. I want to be clear about that. Just so
Dude,
you
she's
know.
50. She can't ride. Her legs will break. They'll snap.
We will. I already have the swing. We can make this happen.
What are you turning out like a wrecking ball or something?
I understand that you're not into the OnlyFans thing, but I'm just saying most people have like a certain limit to their career. Apparently you don't. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
I told her, literally, wear the crop tops, wear like some sexy leggings, and then just make this stream. Do like a stream where you're reading a book or something. Something. You gotta capitalize on your looks the way you look now.
I did kind of want to do something on books that I thought like were very influential in my personality and shit.
Smut.
No.
I don't know if your personality needs any enhancing. It's already pretty interesting. Let's just say that.
Point is, books that I read when I was younger that helped create who I am today is what I'm trying to say.
Love you so much. So yeah, you could read like anime half naked in stream. Just throwing out the suggestion, you know.
You know what? I've said it for more than a year that I would do it if I could get it set up. If I can get AT&T to fix the shit that they're supposed to fix, and I can get a router extender, I will finally be able to stream from my bathtub, and I will do it. I'll be covered, but I'll be in the bathtub because it's the one place where I have no pain. I can sit in that tub for hours and I don't hurt. It's the only time I don't hurt.
Don't throw toasters in there. That's all I ask.
What?
Sorry.
Have I ever sounded suicidal to you?
No, you left the joke open. Oh my God. This is why you're Jewish. This is why we need you here. Good God, man. You just do that woman thing so much. You just walk into every joke. Fucking hell, man. But yeah, if you need help setting up your stream, yeah, it's pretty easy. I could just help you out with it. Wait, what's going on with your internet? Is it just not?
It's not. I mean, we qualify for full fiber, but we're still not on like. It's like fiber to the pole, but it's not fiber to us or something. But we're supposed to qualify for fiber, and it's just where we have the main router. It just doesn't reach. There's just not enough service in the bathroom for me to actually stream.
Oh yeah, because when you're in a certain room, depending on how close you are to the router, it's stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
all I need
MSK.
is router extend. All I need is a router extender. It's not that complicated. And
MSK, start
AT&T
getting router extenders over to her.
supposedly, AT&T says that we qualify for a free one, but they've never showed up to A, give us the fiber, and B, give us the extenders. I've got to call and argue with them again.
Wi-Fi extenders. How much do these cost? I'm not joking. These things cost like anywhere between $17 to like $70. But forgot, it has to be like, even with Wi-Fi, it has to be compatible with whatever one you have. I don't know which router you guys have.
Whatever AT&T left, I don't know.
I would say try it out and see if it works, because I'm not close to my router. I know James is not.
I know
close to
for a
his.
fact. I've tried to just like stream and watch Crunchyroll, and it's not strong enough. If it's not strong enough to watch Crunchyroll, it's not strong enough for me to stream.
It's not that okay. I'll say it's watching streams takes a lot of bandwidth. That's not Wi-Fi. That's because your computer is probably not as strong. That'd be more of a hardware issue, honestly. You got to do things that are not as intensive.
Okay, man.
usage.
Get her a laptop as well.
Fucking hell, man. What am I? Why am I just her sugar daddy? I better be getting laid for this.
Dude,
Holy
take one
fuck.
for the team.
Dude,
No.
you're gonna have to sacrifice. Amaranth is gonna have to sacrifice a little bit. You know, your money's going to a better cause.
I really, really want Applaud, which is this little device that can record everything around you, and you can, and it will send you like a text copy of everything. So like when I go to doctor's appointments, when I have just ideas and I think out loud, I don't always remember everything. So this will help me remember things. So I'm actually going to try to do a crowdfund to get it, because I think it would really make a difference in my life in general.
Awesome.
And if that works really well, maybe I'll think about crowdfunding to get other things too, like a router extender or whatever. Why are you looking at me like that?
My life.
The man is thirsty.
Like, all I said was I was thinking of maybe crowdfunding for something. You act like I'm like doing something bad.
Okay, EVS. I'm just kidding. Holy shit.
Oh, fuck you.
Are you gonna deliver on your product? You know, what if I get a perk of like I gotta get some of your underwear and sniff them on stream?
God damn.
How do you always have the ability to pull something completely out of thin air that is insanely inappropriate?
It's Wednesday. What the fuck? But you know, we had a great conversation tonight. We'll probably go for like another 5 more minutes. I gotta get some other stuff done. But yeah, we're gonna try and help Tiny get to streaming. I don't know. You're probably right. It could be hardware, because depending on your hardware, given how much RAM you have, that allows the process of your stream to be more, fluid. I mean,
I think my laptop's good. I think.
When did you buy it?
2 years ago.
Oh, that should be good. Should be good enough.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like if I had an Ethernet cable, I have an Ethernet cable, but my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I have to get an external Ethernet port if I want to do it that way. But
how much is an external Ethernet port?
There's just not, the Wi-Fi just doesn't reach the bathroom.
External Ethernet. I mean, if you have external Ethernet port. I know this was a thing. You're teaching me about this stuff. Oh, wow. I mean, fucking house. You mean this right here? Let me bring it up. I don't know which one is compatible with your computer. I mean, they're pretty sure it's like sex. It's one size fits all kind of thing. But like one of these?
Yeah, basically.
The problem is I don't know which one would work for you. Because I don't know.
As far as I know, any of them should work. Just as long as it has USB on one side and the Ethernet up port on the other, that's all it needs to be. It shouldn't matter what computer you have.
Tiny, this costs $10. I'll just get this. Oh my god. What the fuck? You should have just told me. I just got it then. It's that cheap, I just get it. So if I get that,
I appreciate it. Thank you. But I'm not used to asking people to buy me things.
If I get that and you use it on your laptop, you could stream from your bathroom.
I think so, yes.
We'll try out that first then, and we'll see if it can happen. It's literally $10. That's nothing. Now, since it even shows you. She's just telling us stuff us right now. Hey, I could have done these things. Thanks for telling us this stuff right now. This is just convenient. So you need something like this. That's what the picture shows.
Pretty sure.
Like this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
We got an Ethernet cable, and I think it's actually pretty long. I didn't realize that the laptop doesn't have a port to access it. So.
Hi, Katsumi. Or that Theo's cat.
That was Theo's cat.
Yeah.
One time on stream, we're just gonna be sitting here, and that thing's gonna come out of those cabinets. Be like, surprise, motherfucker. God, cats are weird, man. You said that you build them shit, you give them everything, and they want to sleep on the fucking rug. What weird animals they are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. One time I bought him a bunch of toys, and he played with the receipt.
Yeah, we got her tons and tons of toys, and she barely played with it. So I'm just like, I'm not buying you new toys. Here, look. Oh, actually, I have a onesie has these two
My mom was
it has
going
these
to
two
play
like
for
pom
places.
poms on the edge of the. What did you just say?
Nothing. Love you.
The strings that you would like tie at your neck, they had pom poms on the end of them. So I cut those off, and she loves it. She's just been playing with.
I thought you said you were wearing a onesie. I was like, you gotta show us for the science purposes.
Seriously, a onesie, you can't see anything except the fact that you're wearing a giant set of PJs. Like,
I hate to agree with MSK, but the onesie is legit. It's great for the imagination. It's okay, Tiny. You do not have to turn your camera on. I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on you. You just send it to my DMs. That's all. That's fine. As
long as you have a shaved bush, then we're good.
I don't even.
MSK. For shame, sir.
I don't think I've ever asked her that, but I probably shouldn't because her mom hears that. She'd probably beat me up.
I don't think you should ask that, sir.
I'm trying to get beat up by. Imagine a black guy beaten up by Jewish mom. Yeah, probably. I don't be on Channel 5 News. Holy shit.
In this case, deserved.
Speaking of One Piece season 2 is expected to release before Christmas 2025 on Netflix.
I hope they are actually filming season 2 and 3 at the same time, which supposedly that was a false lie, or false rumor, but I hope so.
Look at these castings. I will say I haven't watched this. I just prefer to watch the anime, but great castings you got right there for Luffy, Nami, Zoro, and Sanji. That is probably about as good as you're gonna get from me, honestly. James said that the guy that plays Luffy does the Luffy emoting thing like an anime guy. Like, okay, he probably got a little bit too into it. If he does that laugh, that's cringe. Don't do that. Good God. Who the fuck is that?
I thought he actually did pretty good. I thought he generally did very well. And everyone loved McKenyu. Like, dude was already popular, but he's just like soared to superstardom of sex symbol.
Am I a sex symbol?
It's a onesie.
Oh, good. Huh. Ass come out of that? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Damn.
I'm joking.
This has been the horniest stream from start to finish.
That was you. He started that. I didn't do anything.
He says ridiculous shit like this all the time.
The first 20 minutes of this stream was you two
now
just
she's just
fantasizing about men. What's the first?
Well, I'm sorry. I do not see how a onesie can be sexy, but
you covered up. That's fucking hell. Now you're not. Now you're
that's
undesirable.
That's what a onesie is. It's a full covering.
Now you're undesirable. I'm just gonna go with Brett.
What did you think it was?
You disgust me. Love you. Oh gosh. So we'll try to get Tiny streaming at some point. Oh my god, great. Are you watching Creature Commandos? Are you gonna watch it? It comes out.
I am not. Is it tonight? I was gonna say I didn't know that I know it comes out sometime in early.
It comes out
early.
tonight.
I kind of thought it was the 6th. Okay, cool.
It comes out tonight or tomorrow.
5th.
So
based.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I will be watching
let me know.
Oh yeah.
I'll do it. In 1 sec. Let me look up the date. Creature Commandos. Where's the drop? Oh my god.
Is that like the Howling Commandos?
So it's Creature Commandos. It's essentially the same thing as Suicide Squad, but it's the monster version of it. So they've got like Bride of Frankenstein and like some robot and Dr. Phosphorus, but Amanda Waller and Flag.
Something similar to that was supposed to have been a unit in World War II that was like the Howling Commandos, but it had like a werewolf.
That's what I was playing off of. Yeah.
So maybe it was like the earlier version of whatever this is or something.
For sure. It sounds like it definitely could be. Because they're just ripping off Suicide Squad. It's even Amanda Waller and
first
Flag
episode,
whatever, they're leading the team.
Yeah, December 5th.
This was kind of different. But if I'm remembering correctly, they actually got them kind of attention because they had Captain America run a mission with them. And so that helped them like get attention and stuff because that type of thing wasn't really that popular back in the 40s. And so
credit to James Gunn. I've never heard of these guys before he announced this show. So I'll have to get comic books. I'll have to probably watch a few videos to know who they are, but I'll probably get some.
You've heard of one of them. You've seen the Weasel before. Yeah, come on, the Weasel's coming back.
I try to forget he exists personally, but what do they have any ongoing series? It looks like they're actually more featured in stuff than they have their own series personally. The last time they had something was in like the New 52. Oh my god, they must not sell well at all. You're going in the gutter for this, man. They had a series in the 40s and everything, created by J.M. DeMatis and Pat Broderick. The team was composed of a human team leader, a werewolf, a vampire, Frankenstein's monster, and a Gorgon.
The Gorgon ought to be interesting.
I'll give it a chance, I guess. I'll try to see if there's anything I could learn about them as far as like an ongoing series that they had or one that was in a completed collection, but it looks like they don't really sell very well. There's not much here about them. To go through like a lot of websites of them right now. Flashpoint. Yeah, nothing.
He didn't even notice.
There's a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Howling Commandos. That's a Marvel. Yeah, you're talking about Nick Fury's Howling Commandos. That's a Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah. She said with Cap. It would have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck whatever.
It was like actually in print in like the 40s or the 50s.
I'll go balls deep in
A lot
this.
of this shit supposedly took place during World War II, I think, originally.
Okay, James Gunn,
Nice.
surprised me. I don't know anything about these guys. Just I got surprised me. So we'll see where it goes.
It looks pretty
This is the
fun.
first outing.
They've got a
Man, this is the first outing for the first DCU. I hope it's good.
yeah. They've got a
crossed.
bunch of really good voice actors in there, like Alan Tudyk's doing one of the main ones. Man, I'm kind of excited for it. Everything I've seen about it looks pretty cool. So,
To me, like I feel more comfortable with James Gunn with this particular than I do with Superman. Just
How was this?
like,
for sure, this seems like that tone.
How was this woman 60? Marissa Tomei, guys, turned 60 years old. I love older women. 60 is probably where I cap it off at. I can't.
So you're saying tomorrow, you're saying no to her, but for right now,
Woof.
Woof. Wow.
yeah,
What a lady.
I don't know, man.
Oh
She's
man.
quite the woman.
I wish I had muscle.
Seriously, have you
leg
seen My
muscle
Cousin
like that.
Vinny?
Long time since
great.
I had good leg muscles like
Man,
that.
you could tell that her vagina probably tastes like sweet fucking butterscotch
God
candy.
She
Damn.
deserved the Oscar for My Cousin Vinny. She was really good in that performance, and
She was
MSK,
amazing in that.
For shame.
And her scene on the stand is one of my all-time favorite monologues.
Earlier when we were talking about Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
they had a recent interview with I forgot the guy who's doing the editorial work for Spider-Man currently because he's fucking retarded. I know Tom Brevoort's doing X-Men. He's the X-Men editor. They talked about this idea of like Spider-Man and Mary Jane. They can't be together anymore. And it's not just a Marvel Comics. I'll use an example. Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy. He progressively loses things throughout each movie. In the first movie he's in, he can't get the girl because the girlfriend he has is the dad is Vulture. I guess you could say Civil. In Infinity War to Endgame, he loses Tony Stark. And Spider-Man Far From Home, he gets outed as Spider-Man, and then obviously in the third movie he loses his aunt. And then in the third movie, he loses his aunt. They forget him, and he loses his best friend, and loses his girlfriend. What is with it with Spider-Man, where he gets built up, and then at some point he loses everything? It's like they want to keep him perpetually just losing everything. Even just in Tom Holland's last movie, he lost everything. He lost his aunt, left his best friend, they forgot him, and he lost his girlfriend. That's crazy. He can't win in movies. He can't win in comics. When can this man not ever get out of that? I'm the underdog dude. Can I progress?
Never. They don't want him to do that, generally speaking, in the modern age. They don't want him to be happy. They think that in general, I kept hearing it in the past. It was like, if superheroes have happily, it's happily ever after. They don't want them to be happy because they think that they become boring if they're happy.
Oh, kill me now.
It's stupid. But
Yeah, well, Spider-Man's thing is Spider-Man's always kind of been whiny a little bit. He's got like he's got to have something to whine about, or he's not compelling. Like a Spider-Man was a cool.
If you want Spider-Man to actually move on and stuff, let me find the name of it. Jim Butcher, who's one of my all-time favorite authors in the world, was invited to write a Spider-Man story. I didn't know that Marvel had novels. I had no idea that they they ask great authors to write novels based on some of their characters. I had no idea, but because I know Jim, I found out about it, and he's got one that he did with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's married to Mary Jane. Felicia shows up. There's some really great scenes between Black Cat and Mary Jane. It's just the whole thing is really well done and really interesting and really cool. Let me find the name.
Yeah, it just seems like there's this perpetual thing that has to be a cycle for Peter. Is that he's got to be that underdog that everyone wants to get it together, get it right, get the girl. Then it happens, and they take it all away from him. The One More Bad Day story, the shit going on right now with the Amazing Spider-Man comic run.
It's called Spider-Man: The Darkest Hours. It is so fucking good. If you have and you can get it, I got it from the library.
the Insomniac Spider-Man PS4 game, even though the game is the game's great, story is great. Loses Aunt May in that. Why can't he just be allowed to be happy? Your perpetual just sadness.
Because modern writers don't believe that happily ever after is good for superheroes in general.
That's crazy, man. I hate it. I hate life, guys, but I hate all of you more because you're clout chasing pieces of shit.
By the way, if people are unaware, the LA library, all you need is an email address, and you can get a digital card, so you can get any of their ebooks or their like audiobooks or any of those things. And most of them have most of the big manga. They have a lot of manga. They have a bunch of other stuff, and so if people want to save some money but they still want to know what's going on with some of the big names, that's one way they can do it.
That's awesome. MSK, does that concern you? Because she did say something about digital ID. Like,
No.
Can you get that?
I want her to go up to the librarian and ask her or him. I can't assume the genders now. Ask how many black people read. I need to know. Probably in the low. Probably not existent. No blacks go in that building, probably.
I've seen at least 12 different people of color in the library that I was in like just 2 days ago.
Did you get hit on?
No, I didn't get hit on.
God, because I give you permission. You ain't got hits on you, I'll take care of them. I'll throw them out the window.
From 2 hours drive away.
Okay,
MSK, quit trying to use her as a wingman.
You're not playing on the fantasy here. I thought you were supposed to be a bro. You're supposed to be one of those like dude bro chicks.
You need a good wingman when we go out. I can do that.
Good God, man.
Okay, well, you heard him. He wants to meet any of those guys that are hitting on you. He wants to meet them.
I'm never failing with women ever again. Just putting it out there. I'm not losing.
That still works with the statement of he wants to meet those men hitting on you. He's never going to fail with women again.
I have to say, though, actually, being at the FNT meetup was amazing because even there were so many people there that I had never met in person before, but that I knew, and that everyone was so kind and so like looked out for me. Anytime that some guy had cornered me or had their arm around me, at least 2 different people would walk from somewhere in the bar to come over and make sure I was okay. It was the coolest. It was the most fun and the coolest get together. Everyone made me feel great.
I can't wait to go back again this next year. I'll be able to stay for Friday, so I'll just take Friday off.
You will leave early without telling anybody this time?
I'm not really good with that. Tells me that she there is a person that is going but I can't say who. It's almost so I'll be able to see that person there. Probably get, I don't know, do I bring a girl over the hotel and get laid before? Because a lot of pent up aggression could
God damn.
Women cost so much money though. I'm not even into doing that, but if I even wanted to, it costs so much money. It's like $500 for like an hour. Like I can't finish in an hour. Wait, I think I can. An hour. If you give me an hour, I think I can make it work.
Oh God.
No black girls. I will personally call and request no black. Send me a black, I'll get a refund. I'm not kidding. You gotta be. If you got a 60-year-old grandma, fuck it. Let's run it.
God damn.
Not 60-year-old black grandma. 60-year-old white something. Because I ain't taking no blacks.
Weren't we gonna be done in 5 minutes? 15
Yeah,
minutes?
yeah. You trying to get rid of me? So, Gray.
There's only so much I can
Uh-huh.
take in a night.
Gosh, what
By the
was I
way-
gonna
Don't.
MSK, next time I get in a Twitter fight with a bunch of rabid feminists, I fully give you permission to wade in and be as degenerate as you want.
say? Oh, I love when you guys.
So that because they don't understand how nice I was being to them. They were just being nothing but mean to me.
Are you trying to get him suspended?
I just want them to know what misogyny actually sounds like. I want them to have a real experience.
So you want him to listen to this podcast?
That's. I hope they did. I posted it on Twitter.
Did
I
you
hope
really?
they did. They're trying to cancel me right now. And they've got everything they need just in the last 10 minutes.
What's going on with that Hawk 2 girl? They said she did something recently. Not what she said. There's something recent about launching a Bitcoin or what, like some sort of cryptocurrency.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I heard about
And she
that.
was like unlikable. I could have told you people for free she was unlikable. She's some weird thought. Like, what would you mean? Why she would be unlikable? You guys are not
It's
you
not
guys,
E.
but like
She was
she's
on the
just-
street, man. She's real.
a bimbo like her, the 25 years old. Yeah, of course she's unlikable. They all are.
She's a preacher's daughter.
News at 11. Ugh, good God. Don't trust
Red
these
flag.
random fucking whores these days. Good Lord, you guys are all too nice to women. But I love women, and they don't hit walls at 50 years old. But it's fine. Love you.
Mhm.
So, Theo, what you got planned coming up?
I'm doing good. Hey, guys, guess what? I am launching my live stream this Saturday, 9 a.m. Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass. Episode 1 is premiering. If 9 a.m. is too early for you because you're a degenerate, that's okay. It's going to be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Theo Snodgrass. You can catch it there. You can watch the rerun, baby. It's like the 90s all over again. That's right. Yeah, we're going to be touching grass. We're going to be talking about how life isn't that bad. We're going to be trying to get people to calm the fuck down. I tried to get the people that were fighting with me on Twitter to come on the podcast. They said no because I wouldn't fly them out and called me a coward. It's going to be great, man. Also, I've got a show coming up on December 19th in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you want to see me do some live comedy, you don't have to come to that. That's okay. It's a long flight for most of you. That's all right. I'm going to be selling tickets to that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, follow me.
It'd be worth it if they did, though.
Yeah.
Just say Coeur d'Alene's beautiful. Like, go for the
Yeah.
trip, but
It is.
enjoy the Snodgrass. Go on,
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Gray. I got to keep this guy around. I'm telling you. But yeah, follow me. Follow me on social media at Theo Snod on Twitter, at Theo_Snodgrass on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow me. Keep track of all the cool stuff I'm doing. And yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
You
All
need
right.
to get a fucking show in Southern California.
I'm okay, so I'm working on that right now. I don't want to disclose details until it's set in stone, but I'm working on this right now as we speak. It's happening.
So I'm gonna be your security guard.
MSK is gonna try to work his security then.
Yeah,
right?
no, bro, you're gonna be my Riz master. I'm gonna be your wingman after the show.
Hell
you're
yeah.
you're gonna get my cast offs, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna do it the same way those guys do it on the reels that I see from like Facebook and Instagram. You go up to a girl with a mic, have a camera guy, so Tiny can be the camera guy, and I'm just ask the girls, hey, where do you like to have the guys leave it at? They're
The
half
correct-
drunk
by
after
the
the
way-
bar.
The correct answer, by the way, feet.
I was gonna say inside them, but that works too. Wait, can Tiny be a camera guy or a camera woman? Oh, that works. But
Camera they.
Camera
do
operator. Hashtag
ask,
feminism.
I'll go up to the girls and be like, hey, yo, what do you rate yourself? And if she says 10, holy shit. Then I'm gonna ask another guy, like, rate this girl. And she hopefully set back bitches a 5. I learned there is.
No,
It's easy.
I was talking to
Girls
these girls
are-
after a show one time, and they asked me, we're all 10s, right? And I said, you guys are like San Diego 7s, which is a compliment. That means you're a 10 in your hometown, but if you're in a competitive dating
Yeah,
market, it's, it's tough. They got really mad at that. They did not like it.
Yeah.
Do not
Dude.
like that. That's a compliment.
Girls are so easy to rizz up. You just gotta have charm and you gotta have confidence. Easy. Like if I saw Tiny, if I didn't know you, I walk up to you, I'd be like, hey yo, ma'am. To start off like that. I'm kidding. I wouldn't start off like that.
Okay, so Charm is
Okay.
out.
No,
Okay,
no,
let's go with confidence.
Let's play this out. Okay,
I was
MSK, Riz up Tiny.
I wouldn't try to date initially up front because I gotta pick and choose my
Yeah, because the
standards,
female thing.
right. So you go up to her, you're like, "Hey, ma'am, I've been staring at you for a little bit. You look really beautiful today. I just want to tell you that." You just leave. You don't hope to get anything out of it. You just give a compliment to that person, and if something happens, sure, I guess. But at least you made an impression on that girl. You weren't weird or cringy. Has this worked? Several times. But then again, what are you laughing at? What did I do?
You answered your own question.
Would that not work? If
convincing.
that doesn't work, then she's just
No.
trash.
That
Love
if
you.
it's someone that you see semi regularly, like you both go to the same coffee shop a lot, or
Yeah.
you're both, then that works. If you say you just walked in, you look lovely, and you leave, and then another day you give her a different type of compliment, and you leave. The third or fourth time, maybe you ask her if she'd be willing to go out for coffee with you.
So at
Then I'll
what
be like-
stage
It
do you
doesn't work
ask
as, like,
what it
you
tastes
just
like?
say it once, and then she magically drops her panties. It don't work quite like that.
I wish it worked that way.
What is the stage where you ask what it tastes like, Tiny? What is that?
Probably when you're having sex. Probably.
Okay.
That's
That
Whenever you
actually
really wanna
could be
punched in
a
the
stopper.
face. Like, I mean, it's up to you. It's when you really want to be punched in the face. That's when you say that.
Then you go up to Tiny next time and be like, "Hey, yo, One Piece is overrated trash." Then that's how you get kicked in the nuts.
Yep.
For free?
Not
Yo.
You were degenerate.
that's crazy.
Yo.
I'm not into physical pain.
I'm just saying.
She's trying to get folded like a taco. But just all right. Gray, what you got planned coming up this week?
Yeah, videos soon. What can I say? I've got so many in the pipeline that everything is just taking way too long. So yeah, I got stuff almost every day that's not on my channel. So yeah, if you just can't get enough, go on over to That Darn Kidda's channel tomorrow morning for wherever the hell it is. There we go. The Thinkers every Thursday on That Darn Kidda's channel. That's YouTube at That Darn Kidda. It's people from like 3 different continents getting together, disagreeing about everything, but leaving somewhat amicably.
Right, so ungodly early in the morning.
Yeah, it is a bit early. But hey, if you're willing to touch grass that early in the morning, why not come over and support an international cast that disagrees about everything? I think this week they're thinking about dating or something like that. So MSK might get some advice from there. I think also Destiny's situation was mentioned. So I don't know exactly what the topic is, but somewhere around dating and whatnot. There's a lot of
that's
thoughts.
right in my wheelhouse. You gotta invite me to the shit, bro. Bro, that's right in
Hell
my
yeah.
wheelhouse.
Yes. Maybe we should have a guest thinker on this for sure. But yeah, other than that, there's shows every day. Just look on the internet. There's plenty of mustard out there. That's about all I got going on. What about you, Tiny? What you got going on?
Well, I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday. I will be here on Friday for MSK's birthday. This Saturday we're starting up D&D again for Legend of Strahd. Unfortunately, Darnell's character was killed off, and he's decided to not create another one. So we will be sadly without Packed Thickly. That was the name of his character.
That was my OkCupid profile for a while.
That's my stripper name.
The end of the month, the last Sunday of the month, Jess, also known as Surly Durley or Moxie Dame, and I have our Star Trek The Next Generation retrospective. We're going back to normally just reviewing episodes. We did do the table read for Long Goodbye, which is the only episode to win an Emmy, and we had so much fun. It was absolutely hilarious. There are people who have now watched that video of us doing it like 3 or 4 times, and they're still laughing their asses off. So we did a really good job at making everyone laugh. I think that's it for now. Shit. Someone invited me to be on their channel in January, but I feel really bad. I'm forgetting who it was.
Did I say you can go on that guy's channel?
What?
Did I say you can go on that guy's channel?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'll go on any channel I want.
Good lord.
And I'm open to go on any channel. Just hit my DMs, give me an invite.
Signed a contract.
Talk about a lot of different stuff.
You gotta do exclusive content over here. You got a contract, woman.
If you actually write a contract and give me money, it could be a possibility, but I don't see that.
I got a scribble and a crayon.
Yeah, I'm going on other people's channels.
Wow. Wow. You're not loyal. God dang it, man. Good.
Dude, just
No.
consider her the Brett Cooper to your Daily Wire. You know, like she's the rising star. She's got to renegotiate.
Renegotiate. Oh Lord, I hate this. What's gonna happen? Oh, that Jess, the other Jess, the one with the big tits. She did a bunny hop. So hypothetically, she did one, and I only watched it a few times. Maybe. Couldn't you do that?
I don't know what a bunny hop is. I didn't see it.
She did a bunny hop with her tits out.
I seriously doubt she did it quite the way you're making it sound.
Yeah, demonstrate, MSK.
Definitely not. That's gay. But if you ever did that, you know, perfectly fine. It's more than the content we need. Ask her to come to the party if she's man enough, woman enough.
You're talking about Moxie Dame, Jess?
Just really ask her.
Or the other, because there's at least 3 Jesses.
You guys are all the same. Man, you guys should all just get a threesome going. That'd be kind
Well,
of
no, if people even use my name, then there's 4.
Good
That's
Lord.
why I go by Tiny, because there's so many fucking Jessicas around that I know.
I should probably ask her. There's no way she's gonna come because I don't think she might be busy. Oh no, we'll see.
She has a job. She also volunteers, and she has her own channel. So yeah, she might be busy, but I can ask her if you want her to come for your birthday.
Sure, go ahead. That'll be great. Tell her she's gonna get rizzed up when she's here. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm a professional. I know how to be.
You know she's married, right?
And she's aware of the harassment that comes with going on MSK's channel.
Harassment. That's a good.
That's actually a great word. That is a very
good.
great word, Gray.
I might have to. I might name my special that. That's good.
Oh god. I don't know if the internet humor that we have would translate into real life very well. People would be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I think internet humor does not go over in real life. They're like, "What the fuck's this guy talking about?" As for me, the Cloud9 podcast is uploaded on Rumble. That's all done. I'm gonna work on getting the rest of the remainder of the Iron Man podcast episodes uploaded to the podcast platform. Then this show. Then I'm going to work on uploading all the pre-recorded content I did on this channel as just the videos uploaded to Rumble in order. That I'm going to be working on putting out content in a more consistent and
What time
shorter
is the show on
frame.
Friday?
7 p.m. PST is going to be when I'm celebrating my birthday. I don't really celebrate per se. We just talk here like we normally do. I'll be good old 25. I'll be rich, hot, good looking, and successful.
You just said you were going to be 30 less than an hour ago.
Hey, 30 is the new 25, actually.
Okay.
She said it with so much dissatisfaction in her voice. Good God.
Not dissatisfaction, disbelief.
So the guest so far, I can't say the other person for reasons. It's not bad. You guys do anything. It's not you. But I'm gonna have Tiny should be there. John's Longbox and me have the same birthday.
Night, Emily.
So John Longbox is gonna be there. He was also born on the same day I was. Many years before I was, but the same day, not year, obviously. So we have Tiny, John, myself, and the other person that I can't name until they're actually here for other reasons. That's it so far.
I just sent Jess a message, so I'll try to get her to come as well.
God Lord, tell her to bring her hot lady friends she has that are single. She doesn't have any friends either, like you do. Like what the hell? How are you guys gonna be older?
Lots
cougars?
of friends, and I actually have lots of virtual friends. Thank you very much.
You guys have you're like somewhat decent looking cougar women, and you don't have hot single friends. God damn.
Tiny, I'm happy to be your hot single friend if you're open to
Thank
that.
you, Theo.
Just so you know,
That's good, God, man.
I am available.
Can you turn down the horniness, Theo?
I support women, MSK.
I don't.
That's
Fuck
central to my brand.
Women are trash. Fuck women. Yeah, modern women, older women before Tiny's age are fine.
Before my age.
Well, the women that were born in like your mom's era to like where you were born are like the based ones. The ones that are alive now are stupid. Wouldn't be an understatement. Oh my god, who raised these fucking whores? These women are stupid. Holy shit!
Look, I don't know. Look, women may be trash, but they're at least recyclable. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't given up.
I mean, you know,
I think they can.
Trash is another man's
Listen,
treasure.
no, Tiny,
Is that
hear me out.
another way of a guy saying I can fix her?
I can.
He can.
I can't.
You
Thank
don't
you.
understand. He's got tools.
I can't. I've got a briefcase full of tools under my bed. I know I can. I've got everything I need right here.
MSK, you asked who raised these whores. It takes a village, sir. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
Some of these girls been passed around the village as the bicycle.
I'm just saying though. I'm still gonna try and sample what it tastes like. You gotta,
Oh Lord.
I know vaginas. They're all different sizes and thicknesses and all that stuff.
Dude, every time you talk about having sex with women, it makes it sound like you have sex with men. Every single time.
That's kind of gay.
Oh, wait, you're picking up on that now?
What is this, like an unspoken rule kind of thing? It's like a hidden truth. No, I there's all different. It's like a one size fits all when it comes to women vaginas, actually. But speaking of vaginas, one which I only have on Tuesdays for my period. So, wait a minute. In your condition, do you get periods anymore?
Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll talk about that stuff later.
Do you mean her condition of being a female?
No, we don't.
No! Oh my god. Okay,
We don't have to talk about that stuff later. We can just not talk about it.
Yeah.
thank you guys for.
I don't think MSK can.
Hey!
just not
I went
talk
through the
about it.
change. I had to change.
Yeah, you're transitioning. We got you.
I can only menstruate at the beginning part of the month when I put a stick up my ass,
God damn.
or an egg, a raw egg. All right, so this is gonna. I only bleed through my butthole once a month. Well, we've gotten so degenerate. We're gonna just explore.
I'm doubting. I gotta say, it's probably more frequent than that.
We've gotten to a stream where we've explored every inch of Tiny's body. Congrats, Tiny. You are our martyr. All
There are
right.
no words. There are no words at this point.
What is happening?
Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. The panel shows are Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturday, and then whenever me and Professor Savage Jack can do our comic book shows, that would preferably be like Tuesdays and Sundays. Tomorrow we'll have one, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, we'll have one Sunday. But keep in mind, when the birthday stream happens on Friday, I'm not streaming Friday after that. I don't stream Fridays anymore, unless it's a one-on-one or I do a league stream. That is not there's no panel shows on Friday. That's Drunken Emerald Arrows Day I just give him because he takes it from me because I'm his dad. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys later.